Alrighty, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've been having a nice week so far. I know, been 2 days since my last one. A pretty whopping amount of time, I know. And what's an even more whopping amount of time is that it's been a month. Yeah, an entire month since I last played Ghost Trick. It was like right before my trip to New York for the convention and concert. So I'm a little hazy on some of the story and stuff. I'm gonna have to remind myself as I go. But I was enjoying it, so I wanted to get back to it. I think we have 8 chapters left, so I'm hoping to do 4 today and then 4 next time to finish it. But we'll see how long they take. And yeah, we're gonna pick up from here. Hello, Frost. Welcome to the stream. Hello, any lurkers. Welcome. Have you played this before, Frost? I know Jack had, if I'm just, like, thinking about people who have popped in chat. I know Cashew hasn't, but he wants to. I don't really know how many people have played this. I know it's an old game, though. I think it was, like, 2000... Oh, I can see it on the home screen. 2010 is when the original came out, and then the remaster last year. So it's a 14-year-old game. Old. Hello, Jack. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Seen part of a playthrough? Gotcha. I believe... Actually, I can probably look at the... Oh, you haven't played it. You've just watched it. Okay. I guess if I look at chapter select, I can more or less remember. So last time we did chapter 6 to 10. So... Chapter 6... This is when we learned about the prisoner that Lynne wanted to save. Chapter 7 is when... Okay, Chapter 7 is when the car crashes into the restaurant, and we had to stop that. Which is where the blue person in my thumbnail was from. Chapter 8 was back to the prison. That's where we did the... I think Chapter 8 was the prison break. Where I got really stuck at one point, at the very end. Chapter 9 was basically like an epilogue to the prison break, I think. And then Chapter 10 is where we met the Justice Minister, who we had to save because he died choking on his, like, water or something. Or he, like, got so stressed out that he gave himself a heart attack or something. We had to save him. So we're picking up from there. Hello, Roscoe. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Playing Mortal Kombat DLC Fighter. Love it so far. Nice. Glad to hear you're liking it. Speaking of Mortal Kombat, which is super gory and bloody, and then speaking of gory and bloody things, it's only a few days until October, which is horror month. Not that Mortal Kombat's a horror game, but that was kind of my train of thought of why I thought about, hey, it's almost October, it's almost spooky time. I have to decide what spooky game I might want to play. I need to look at my list. I don't know, maybe I'll make a poll, maybe I'll just decide on my own. We'll see. A lot of good options that I have that I haven't gone through. Hello, Armando, welcome, hope you're doing well. All right, chapter 11, 12:10 a.m. Into the late time. The Justice Minister's daughter has been abducted. Oh boy. The kidnappers demand the execution of the death row prisoner Jowd to be carried out tonight. There we go. A lot of stuff that happened last time. Spooky time also means cooler weather. It does. It's actually been cooler here, which I'm very happy about. It's been super humid, but it's been very cool. Like, mid to high 60s most of the days with like a nice breeze. Like, ooh boy, now we're talking. Like, that is perfect weather for me. Jeans and a long sleeve shirt, sign me up. Once you hit like below 50, then I start to not like it quite so much. Like 55 to 70, but perfect is like 60 to 65. Perfect. And it's supposed to get back up to like mid or low 70s, I think, this weekend. But after that, I think it's back to the 60s all day, every day. Thank God. Forgive me if I'm not chatting much. I was up from 11 to 9. Oh my God, you pulled an all-nighter watching it? Totally get it, man. No problem. Hopefully you can get some good sleep in to recover from that. Anything interesting? I didn't see any like crazy announcements on Reddit or Twitter when I was looking earlier, but Myers getting hit by the outskirts of the big... Oh, the hurricane? What is it called? Like Helena or something? It actually messed with my fantasy baseball league. Because the whole, like, fantasy baseball is supposed to end on Sunday. That's when the championship games... I'm in the championship, by the way. This is, like, the first time in years that I've made it to the championship. I've never, ever... It's my league, okay? It's like me, some guys I know from college, and like some guys I know. Okay, yeah, it's me, some guys I know from college, some guys I know from high school, some guys I know from work, and like some of their friends to fill in the rest of the spots. So it's a bunch of like my friends and then friends of friends. I've been doing this league since 2019. So 19, I didn't do it in 20 because of COVID, 21, 22, 23, 24. So this is my 5th year. It's actually my 6th year doing fantasy baseball, and my 5th year where it's my league that I'm running. And I have never won it. I've made it to the playoffs probably 2/3 of the years. I sucked last year, but most years I'm pretty decent. And this year I'm in the championship. I upset the #1 seed in the playoffs last week. And not only did I beat them by 100 points, I crushed them, okay? So I was feeling good. But yeah, so the championship game is supposed to end on Sunday. But because of that hurricane, some games that were supposed to be played got postponed to Monday. So now the championship game has extended for the rest of this week through Monday. So now I know what's going to happen on Monday is me and the guy I'm playing for the championship are probably both going to be like dropping a bunch of guys just to pick up people who are playing in those couple of games, just so that we can try and like get a couple extra points. Because for all you know, those couple extra points are the difference between winning and losing the championship. I wish that I had the season end last week though, because the last week of the season is always a clusterfuck. Like, star players, if they're already in the playoffs, then they're gonna sit their star players. Because they're like, well, we don't want you to get hurt before the playoffs. Totally makes sense. But when my star players are sitting in my championship game, that's not really ideal. Or when my star pitchers get limited to 5 innings when they would normally go 6 or 7, that's not ideal either. So it's a lot harder to manage your team if it goes until the very end like it is this year. I should have thought ahead. I should have had it end last week, but now we just have to deal with it. I'm losing by 20 points right now, unfortunately. But we still got 4 days to make up for it, so we'll see. Nature's way of trying to ice some of your players? The audacity, honestly. How could they? Hello, Ashy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Dynasty Warriors Origins overview. Ken and Chun-Li are DLC fighters for an SNK game. City of Wolves. Monster Hunter overview and a limited Monster Hunter guitar. Damn. Cool if you're a musician and like Monster Hunter. None of those are really games that are on my radar, but for people who are into those, which I know is a lot of people, I'm sure those were all exciting announcements. You guys, if you like Monster Hunter, you're going to have a great end of February, because you can play it yourself, and I'm sure a lot of the Weeb crew and like the extended friend group are probably going to be getting it. Like, if I had to imagine, I think Zero, Silver, Oblivion, and Cashew are probably all going to be getting Monster Hunter. Maybe a little bit more. So you're going to have a lot of people to watch playing it. It's not really my cup of tea, but I know they're excited. They were going off in the group chat earlier. They were super excited about some like monster that got announced. It looked like a naked chicken to me. I don't know what the heck it was called. Laying about with my dog and she's snoring like there's no tomorrow. Dog snoring is always funny to me. I don't know. Something about the sounds. Or like if they make those little like yip barks or something. I think those are cute. My dog does that sometimes. Also, Monster Hunter Digimon Tamagotchis? What the heck? Lynn says the execution is a mistake, and I believe her. And so I'm paying the kidnapper's hideout a visit to see what I can find out about the abduction. I was going to say abdication. That is not the word. Okay, there's the blue lady in my thumbnail. What took you so long? That's the guy with the suitcase. Okay. One of the members of Hollow Regloss was in one of the Tokyo games? Really? Were they announcing something? Your instinct was right, Beauty, my dear. They had that restaurant surrounded. It took me forever to shake them, and now my poor bike is ready for the scrap heap. I couldn't read that for a second. Next time, maybe you should make it a tricycle so you don't hurt yourself. That hurts, Beauty. But that's okay. That's what I love about you. You like that she's mean to you? Got a masochist on our hands. That tune sounded familiar. Sounds like something that we would play in like 3rd grade music class. Like when we're learning the recorder or something. Like Hot Cross Buns. It wasn't Hot Cross Buns, but like it sounds like something like that. Be a little more gentle with our valuable hostage. Oh, that's what the big suitcase was for. That's where the Justice Minister's daughter is. She's in the suitcase. Okay. I didn't watch it. I just saw Ririka on the thumbnail. Oh, I like Ririka. She's funny. I really like her design too. I mean, I've said before many, many times how much I like the red, orangey type hair or eyes or whatever. And she's got both. Peak. She's pretty funny. I was watching a clip of her either yesterday or earlier today. Playing that like voice game where you have to make sounds to mimic other sounds. I don't know. The sounds she was making were really funny. Always keep a smile on a lady's face, right, my dear? Yeah. Now there's a smile blooming on your face too. Yes, a wry smile. She is tall. Oh my god. Or the guy's really short. I'm going out for a breath of fresh air. You're on guard duty. All right, I'll dream of you until you return. See if she says, please don't. No. Why don't you open the trunk for our guest? I will. I was just taking a little breather. Also, it looks like sound might be a little quiet for you guys, so I'm just going to turn it up a little. All right, little lady, let me open that trunk for you. Or not. Oh, or he's going to fall asleep and she's going to be stuck in the trunk. Okay. The dude's a simp. Yeah, he really is. Looks like the Justice Minister's daughter really has been kidnapped. And something else is bothering me too. What would that be? I don't think I've ever been to this room before, but something about it is giving me a strange sense of deja vu. I've seen something like this before. Clues about Sissel's past, perhaps? Taking something precious to manipulate others, so that's what kidnapping is. Oh, if it's a person, yeah? The dirty tricks those without the powers of the dead come up with. However, if I take that precious thing back, their power vanishes, doesn't it? It does. So I need to free the girl. Okay. I need to remember the controls. All right, so ghost, that's how I move around. Okay. And then trick is how I do things. Okay. Got it. So I can make the candle burn brighter. I can open this door. Is there anything in here? Something's probably going to fall and I'm going to have to like launch it forwards. Yeah, whenever I possess a door, I get the urge to send something flying with it. Uh-huh. Okay, so I don't want to do so. Oh, the candle will probably set fire to that rope above me. I can swing the decoration. Can't go any farther. Alright, I think we need to burn the rope. Oh, it's gonna make it fall down. Ah, and then I can swing to get onto that. Okay, okay. Big brain. So now I want to swing to the right. I can get onto this one. Then I want to swing again. Oh, okay. I'm on the fan. I can make the spin. Okay, that will probably make it fall. Oh, makes the ball roll over. Okay. So then I can make the ball go flying. I still can't go down yet. Oh, I think I know what I need to do. When it gets all the way to the left, I can't quite reach. A little more. There we go. Okay. I think I want to get in the ball immediately after I hit it. Nope. Now what am I supposed to do? Oh, I actually did see the Overwatch and My Hero collab, yeah. I think, I haven't played Overwatch in a while. I'm kind of interested in trying it again. I used to like it a lot when I was in college, but I liked the Reinhardt All Might skin and the Kiriko Toga skin. I thought those were good. Okay, I can go further to the right. I can unroll the shade. I can move the candle. I can rock this, which has the clock on it. I feel like if I do that, it's gonna make a loud sound and wake him up, though. Can't reach my destination from here? No. That's right, I still have to do things. Fire a party popper. Another party popper I could fire. What happens if I spin? Oh, it's gonna go up. Ah. Okay, what happens if I fire the party popper? Okay, something's hanging on that now. Oh, it woke him up. No, fall back asleep, bro. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Just my imagination, that's all he has to say. If he was any more laid back, he'd fall right off the crate. How can I make use of that? Yes, that's a good question. How can you make use of that? Alright, let's go further down. Let's fire the other party popper. Alright, now we have something hanging over there. I see what's gonna happen. Okay. So if I go to this spinny thing, I could spin it and move it up. When it moves up, it's gonna pull the party popper thing that's on it up with it, and then that's gonna make the ball roll further forward because the ball is like right next to it. So it's probably gonna get pushed by the thing. Nope. I'm dumb. That makes sense. It couldn't be under the ball because the ball was already there. It could be next to it, but not on it. Okay, I need to do something else. I can move the candle scone. Okay. One of those things that you light with fire. It is. As long as there's light in the room, is it really necessary? But if something can be lit, it kind of makes me want to light it. You need another core to reach the trunk and open it. You do. Okay, so let's make this thing fall. Okay, I can't rock it enough. What I really want to do is light this thing on fire. What if I go back to the candle that was on the far left? Can I use that again? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, wait a sec, wait a sec. What if I go back up? I want to go to the spinning thing again. Right there. Not quite. Right there. Okay. And now I want to make it spin faster while that thing is attached. I think I can light that on fire. I just have to be really fast. Yeah, see, it goes like right above the candle. There we go. Okay, so now we have a candle way further over, which is progress. So now, okay. Now when I raise this thing, it'll get caught on fire with this. And then that will go and light the other candle. And then that's going to make that fall. And now I can get to the trunk. A big brain, Leo. Okay. I 100%ed Astro. Congrats, Ethan. That's awesome. I'm hoping to do that this weekend when I do the stream. Hopefully I gave myself enough time to finish everything. Yeah, congrats on the platinum. Also, welcome to the stream. All right, and there that's yes, that makes sense. That's the girl that Lynne likes, or like lives with, or protects, or whatever. This little lady is, that's right, the one I saved earlier. Is she really the daughter of the Justice Minister? And she doesn't even care that she got kidnapped. She's just chilling and reading. Okay. What's with the fun book and juice? Like I said, always keep a smile on a lady's face. I wanted to treat our guest well. How about treating me well? I'd like some bread and milk, please. I'm on it. I'm a simp, of course I'm gonna go do it for you. Hey, mister. Yes, cute little lady. More juice, perhaps? All you have to do is ask. Have I been kidnapped? Don't cry, there's nothing to be afraid of. The surroundings are miserable and filthy, I know, but we just ask for a little patience. Don't say those awful things about this house. This house is where I used to live. Oh. Interesting. I apologize. I'm the one who's miserable and filthy. Forgive me. What's the meaning of this, beauty? Why here at the girl's old house? I was the other party in our deal who chose this location. Okay. It's been empty for 5 years, and apparently nobody ever comes here. But never mind that. What about my bread and milk? Yeah, get out of here, bro. It's time for some girl talk. You just read your book and drink your juice. I would rather go home. Not quite yet. This dilapidated place was Camilla's old house. What's going on here? It's a good question. What in the world? Why does the little lady have a core of the dead? When I helped her out at Lynn's apartment, she didn't have one, so that must mean she must have died sometime after that. And it also means somebody else must have saved her. What if Missile did? What book is she reading? Wonder what the little lady's reading tonight. An exciting adventure story, maybe? Although she's already getting quite a bit of excitement for one day, that's true. Playing Plucky Squire. Nice, I hope that's fun. I heard about it. I saw it just came out recently. I don't really know anything about it, though. I just know it exists. That it's supposed to be good. Who's there? Oh, wait a minute. Is that you, Miss? Okay, it was Missile. I'm sorry, I'm not Missile. My name is Sissel. My name is Camilla. What happened to me? What is this place? I can hardly tell the poor little thing that this is the land of the dead. Does that mean... Oh, right, she can read his thoughts here. You can relax, you're not dead. But this isn't the first time you've been here, apparently. Wait a minute, maybe I do remember? Looks like she doesn't remember being saved very well. So there's other dead person out there with special powers. I mean... The guy's daughter was with the lady with the typewriter. I thought so too. Maybe she, like, snuck out somehow? Go ahead, sissy? Damn. Calling Sissel a sissy? Alright, let's ask about the kidnapping. Lynn asked me to do something for her tonight. I know about that. She asked you to go to the chicken kitchen on Dead End Drive. But I never got there. I wish I could say I'm sorry. Never should have gone through the park. Hemsick Park. It's a shortcut to Dead End Drive. That's where she got kidnapped. Okay. Because I left it... Oh, the music box is left in the park. Right. Music box was hidden in the apartment. Finally found it with a little bit of luck and courage. Guess where it was? In the tree. I don't know. Where? I'll pretend I don't know. You know? You don't have to humor me. Oops. I hid it in the bushes at the park just before it happened. Okay. I didn't want the bad man to take it, so I hid it. Okay. Music box is still in the park. That's good. This is your old house? It's where we lived until 5 years ago, but now I live with Lynn and Missile. Lynn is like a big sister to you, isn't she? She lives with Lynn and Missile, right. Why was she at the lady's house? Must be some other kid. By the way, about your father. Is he the justice minister? My father is gone. My dad, he's going to die, and it's all because of me. Why would you say that? It's called an exec... Wait, her dad is Jowd? Oh. Your father is Detective Jowd. And wasn't he put in prison because he supposedly, like, killed his wife and kid, or was it just his wife in front of the kid? 5 years ago, something really bad happened, like a scary dream, but it wasn't a dream. Tell me about it, Camilla. Tell me. It was Mom's birthday that day. My mom and dad were working, and I was home by myself. And then I had an idea. I was gonna surprise my mom. I set up that contraption. So the mom comes in. Camilla made this little contraption, okay. That's gonna rise up, it's gonna probably... Oh, and then it shoots her by accident. This is the exact same thing that happened in the... prison. Like, it's the exact same setup. So Camilla accidentally killed the mom. I did not see that coming. Okay. I know that contraption, and I know how it was supposed to work. Party poppers and a cake, a birthday message. Yeah, it was at the prison. Maybe Jowd recreated it? Or Jowd. My dad told me not to tell anybody. Just leave it to me, he said. So he took the blame. My dad wanted to be executed. He asked them for it. But I wanted to tell everybody that it was my fault. My dad said what I saw was a bad dream. Told me to forget it. It's all so unbelievably tragic. So in other words, these guys mistakenly grabbed the wrong girl and kidnapped this girl by mistake. It seems like it. Yep. They must have both had like purple or pink hair or something. That little lady is Detective Jowd's daughter. I just can't tell her. I can't tell her why she was kidnapped. Why was I kidnapped? I want to know. Right. Come on, Sissel, she can hear your thoughts. Oops. There are no secrets in the ghost world. Maybe we'd be better stop talking. It's too dangerous. Sissy, you're not going to talk to me anymore? I think we'd better get you out of here first. We can talk more after that. I'm going to rescue you. Just hold on a little longer. Okay. Let's rescue Camilla. We have to deal with this blue lady. I traveled the entire town in search of the finest bread and milk for you, my dear. But it's late and all the shops are closed. We're leaving right now. But he's not here yet. Who's he? If we couldn't meet at the restaurant, weren't we supposed to meet here? Yes, and he's the one who chose this location. We have to run around doing all this extra work, all for the sake of his deal? I wonder if it's me. Can't be helped. This place is too dangerous. I told you, my sixth sense is very strong. Can she detect that I'm here? Somehow? I feel like she noticed as well in the restaurant. I feel it. I sense something here in this room. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? Is she talking to me? She is. I can sense your presence, you know. The next time I sense you, this child will die. Bum, bum, bum. That's not good. Obviously. All right, we're leaving. Pardon me, little lady. That can't be comfortable. Alright, so I guess rescuing her is going to have to take seat on the back burner for now. All of a sudden, I'm left behind alone. Alone in the room that stole that little lady's smile away 5 years ago. The little lady is gone now, leaving me with only a few new facts. A few very heavy, very sad facts. Does Lynne know about all of this? Probably. One other thing stands out in my mind. I can sense your presence. The sum of that kidnapper's final words. Do those two know? Do the kidnappers know about the powers of the dead? I think probably not. Oh, that was the end of the chapter. That was fast. I guess it was only 15 minutes. In game, so. Chapter 12. Out of 18. It looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Jowd's daughter, Camilla, not the minister's daughter. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. I told Lynne what I found out about the kidnapping, that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who had been abducted. That the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house, and that they sensed my presence and were already gone. But Camilla? Why do they have Camilla? Power of the dead? I thought dead men tell no tales. You would think. But that is not the case in Ghost Trick. Hello, Wasabi. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister. I think this stupid old part's a little uncalled for. Wow, Azure Lane has a 5.5 gigabyte update. I just looked at it. I was like, holy crap. Looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. They sure did. The poor girl kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution? It's just too much. It's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there are those other twists too, like the kidnappers winding up and using Camilla's old house as their hideout. There's no way it could be just a coincidence. And them sensing my presence, they seem to know about the powers of the dead. I told you before, detective. I want you to stand back. Who cares about the distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister, it wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. How can I believe in you? I'm a realist. If you don't believe what we say, see for yourself. Just call home and... I tried calling 100 times and my wife won't answer. It's complicated. Why does life have to be such a complicated thing? Well said. But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal? It doesn't prove it. And I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make if it's not my daughter? That's true. Woo-wee! That's quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. Sounds like this is going to be Cabanella. Miss me, baby? Freeren's voice actor's birthday in Japan? Oh, nice. I thought she did a great job, Miss Freeren. Very, very good. Happy birthday to her. Inspector Cabanella. His little dance walk. I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. Thought you might like to see him, so here he is. Oh, he brought him here? Detective Jowd? I'm so sorry I tried. I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. I'm sorry. Lynne, please don't apologize to me. Ah, the beautiful love between a teacher and student. It brings a tear to my eye. All right, Cabanella, chill. Got a lot of people here. Holy moly. T. Miracle Johnson. Lynne doesn't really know that Jowd is innocent. She just believes it from the bottom of her heart. The execution and the kidnapping are real threats, and time marches on. I'll gather information and see if I can think of something. This all relates back to me somehow. All right. Let's talk. Go to everybody's head. We'll see what they have to say. My poor Amelie, is she all right? Actually, the girl who was kidnapped is named Camilla. Why is a dream talking to me in my head again? Wait a minute. Amelie? Would that be Amelie next door? I believe so. I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door. Not me, my wife. It's complicated. I bet that would be pretty hard to admit that she left him. The minister's wife ran away on him? Maybe they grew apart with him being so busy? I bet you're right. Please stop gossiping about me inside my own head. Alright. How about you, Lynne? Got anything to say? According to what I heard, Amelie was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight. Those horrible kidnappers, they were lying in wait. But Amelie didn't go out after all. She couldn't. She had a fever. And so the kidnappers grabbed Camilla by mistake. Amelie and Camilla are about the same age. Must have gotten the two of them mixed up. If I hadn't asked Camilla to do that errand for me, this never would have happened. Get me to Jowd! I want to talk to Jowd. You knew, didn't you, Cabanella, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jowd could never have done such a thing. Oh, come on now. I know no such thing. I know two things to be true and two things only. One, he was given the death penalty. And two, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in? That is true. If that's the case, why'd you bring him here? Whatever do you mean? He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him right back to the prison? I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector? For your own selfish reasons. Damn. So were all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important than saving a friend? Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday. That's enough, Lynne. But Jowd, I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be. Alright, they're all closer now. So I can definitely go to Jowd's head. Oh. So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I hear something happened. Something about a kidnapping? Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What's their demand? Your execution, of course. I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple. It is not that simple. Why not? Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camilla. What? Camilla? I checked it out for myself and I'm positive. By the way, Camilla told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camilla herself. Don't listen to him! I'm the one who shot her. I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. Camilla won't have to suffer anymore. She won't suffer after her dad gets executed. I don't know about that. For a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things. Starting to not like Miracle Johnson anymore. Yeah, he's a little obnoxious. You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring new suffering. The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is yours. That's true. You tell him, Sissel. Why don't you tell us what you know? To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was Alma's birthday. We came home from work and she went in first. He runs in. I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. Nobody there besides Alma and Camilla, just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her. Camilla told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to. Made an impossible move. I don't know about that. It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's what I'd convinced everyone of, even me. But tonight you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. Powers of the dead, right? Oh, somebody else with the power of the dead moved the thing, maybe? That day, in that room, powers I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about them. Right. The blue lady knows. The kidnappers who abducted Camilla knew about the powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. You were, Jowd. There's still time before dawn, a little anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? An impossible move, alright. Camilla was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of the gun. right. It was an antique gun I'd had on display for years. It wasn't part of her design. And the other strange point was the movement of the Cupid. Right, how it turned around. It should have shot forward to the present, but it turned around and then shot the gun. It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Somebody made a change to the contraption and then manipulated it. I don't know what to say. I don't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene and I turned myself in. You switched the gun? What kind of adjustment? The gun, of course. Okay. Yep. There was no gun there, just a picture on the wall. I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption. The one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking. I hid the gun before I went to the police. I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective. You mean, and that detective still thinks it's a music box. Ah. Hello, Master. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Back to Ghost Trick indeed. It's been about a month, so I had to refresh myself on the plot a little bit. But I was liking it, so I want to make sure I finish it. Probably next week is when I'll finish it. Unless every chapter tonight is super short. I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police. My own pistol. And I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into the details. When I was all done, I turned myself in. Okay. Detective Jowd, is what you told us now true? In that case, there's still time. Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Jowd, and of course, little Camilla didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm going to prove it. For Camilla's sake. Sounds wonderful. Let's go. We can save everybody. Let's get the happy ending, except for me, because I'm fated to die at the very end. I mean, I'm already dead, but I'm fated to disappear. Lynn, where's the music box? It's in Temsic Park. Camilla left it there. That gun is important evidence. You'd better go pick it up. Yes, sir. I'll go right now. Sissel, take care of Detective Jowd, and do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side. And yet again, I say, easy enough for you to say. And this guy's like, what are you all yelling about? What's going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. I can't just go off to die without doing something. But you're in our custody, don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you with a special seat just for you. And I guess we'd better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Camilla in more ways than one, and that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend, in more ways than one. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Everyone else gets a happy ending? We're like a date servant, served our purpose and we disappear. Yeah, a fate servant. Yeah. You are, kind of. Actually, that's a really good comparison. You get summoned for a specific purpose, you accomplish it, and then you disappear and have to say your goodbye, no matter what. That is the inevitable end for every fate servant, which is a very bittersweet part of the franchise, but every meeting that you have in Fate always inevitably ends in a goodbye. The servant sacrificing themselves to save you, the servant dying in a fight, the servant making it to the end with you and then disappearing because that's when their contract runs out. That's it. It's always a goodbye at the end. Very sad. Like, even when I know it's coming, it still kills me, especially when it's my favorite servants. Oh, so sad. Should the execution be carried out as planned, or should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. Wow. Come on, Justice Minister. As you wish, Your Excellency. Almost like heroes when you max them out, except the disappearing part. As a seasoned Fate fan, Leo, what even is the Holy Grail? What even is the Holy Grail indeed? The easiest way to answer it would be a wish-granting device, which is why people want to fight over it. It's considered like an omnipotent wish-granter that if you get your hands on it, it has so much magical energy that it can grant any wish that you want. But different, I can't really go too into it because part of the story of like Fate Zero and Bladeworks and stuff has to do with the Grail. So I feel like if I talk about Grails too much, then it spoils part of the story for those. In FGO, the Grails are mostly just meant as magical energy sources. And you find all sorts of Holy Grails. I have dozens of Holy Grails in Fate Grand Order. And I use them to increase my servant's level cap. Yeah. But in the anime and stuff, and visual novels and whatnot, the basic explanation for a Grail, which they give at the start, is that it's a omnipotent wish granter. But there is more to the Grail than just being an omnipotent wish granter. And then that's where I can't really go into detail. True spoilers, indeed, indeed. If any of you have not watched Fate, I highly recommend it. Fantastic anime. Gonna go raid Javan, that should buy him a little time. Just sit here and wait. The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Please show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate. I'm glad to see Jowd all fired up now, but I feel like I'm under the gun. Even if Lynne does come through with the proof of the innocence, it will be meaningless if Jowd or Camilla die. I've got to do something about that kidnapping somehow. Maybe I should ask for some advice from the capable detective? I think you should. From what I've understood from the Great Giga, the Grails are a way to get the special place for power. Yeah, the Grails essentially... I mean, the Grails themselves have power. If you wanted power, the Grails could grant you the power. But the magical energy that the Grails use technically, like, is a source of power. Most likely, the minister won't stop the execution, not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who's kidnapped. But she isn't, I'm sure of it. It would be great if we could prove that to the minister. I doubt his wife is ever going to answer that phone, if we call from here, but a telephone works in both directions. What are you saying? What I'm saying is only family members can solve a family problem. Mr. Ghost, I have to admit, I don't like depending on others, but you're the only one who can change this situation. G, detective. For these past 5 years, Camilla is the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try, my man. I will. The key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter. But is there a way? Having the daughter call the minister, if you ask me. Excuse me, Mr. Minister. I can't hear you, la 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 la. Are you telling me you don't believe any of it? Let me speak plainly. I don't trust you. But there's somebody else I trust even less. I can't explain your existence, it's not normal, but I'm pretty abnormal myself. So maybe you're a figment of my imagination. Would you listen to a delusion? Be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. I get the bit about you not trusting me, though. Alright, let's go to the phone and let's have the daughter call. I think we want to go to his house. Actually, he's trying to say something. Well, hanging around here won't change anything. I've got 10 minutes before the prison van shows up. I could do something about the kidnapping. That's right, that's right. Let's go. We gotta go to Lady Red's apartment. We need to have the daughter call the dad. I'm mostly confused about what happened in Fate Zero where they actually managed to reach the Grail, but spoilers, yeah. It's, Fate is one of those series that I feel like even a lot of Fate fans can have trouble explaining some of like the intricacies of the lore and stuff. So I don't necessarily fully understand everything myself. I wouldn't feel too bad about it. I enjoy the ride enough. FGO is definitely the best of all Fate stories, though. Like, it sucks because I really want to recommend FGO to more people. And if you like gacha, like, I do recommend it. But the thing with FGO is that it does take time for the story to get good. Like, if you're already into Fate, I think you'll be fine from the start. But if you're not already a big Fate fan, then it can feel kind of slow or just not as interesting for the first few chapters. And like, sure, first few chapters doesn't sound like a lot if you think about it in like a manga sense, but this is a visual novel sense. Like the first few chapters of FGO might take you 10 to 15 hours to read through. So it's hard for me to fully be like, yeah, if you're willing to put up with 10 to 15 hours of like just okay before it starts getting pretty good, then definitely do it. If you're a Fate fan, definitely do it. But if you're not already a Fate fan and you are like iffy on needing to wait until it gets good, then it's a harder sell. Um, I mean, I guess if you really wanted to, you could like watch a compilation of all of the visual novel parts on YouTube and like put it on 2 times speed and skim through it. And then actually read it for real when it gets good. But you still have to like go through them in the game. Like you can skip cutscenes, you can skip all of the text and reading if you don't want to do it. But you still have to do the gameplay. You still have to do all the fights. Like you can't skip that. Now the fights aren't hard. Like you can literally another nice thing about FGO is that for the entire first story arc, which comprises like 9 chapters total and like probably like 40 to 50 hours of content. Maybe not 40 to 50. Mm, maybe 30 to 40. Even that might be it. Maybe 30? I don't know. For the entire first arc, you can literally just solo the entire thing with a single friend support. So in FGO, you can add people as friends and then you can use their servants in fights. If you have somebody on your friends list who has a maxed out Heracles, who if you've watched Fate, he is a servant in Fate Stay Night, so Unlimited Blade Works, Stay Night, and Heaven's Feel. If somebody on your friends list has a maxed out Herc, you can literally solo the entire first story arc just with Herc, just with your friend's Herc. I have a fully maxed out Herc on my list, so if anybody adds me, they can use my Herc to beat the entire first arc by himself if they want. I also have maxed out Ishtar. I have maxed out Ereshkigal, maxed out Musashi, maxed out Artoria Caster, maxed out Morgan, maxed out Da Vinci, maxed out Kama. I have a lot of maxed out ones that I offer to my friends. I used one of my friends when I got into FGO. It was one of my online friends, actually. I've never met him, but I've been friends with him for like a little over 5 years online. He already played, and I added him, and then I used his support Ishtar and his support Hercules, to basically carry me through the entire first arc. until I had leveled up my servants enough to be able to carry things themselves. I'm a One Piece fan. I have nothing but patience. That's true. If you're a One Piece fan and you can put up with that many episodes and manga chapters, then you certainly would have to be patient. Berserker Hercules. Yes, Berserker. I can probably check, actually. There's a site that I like a lot that shows all of your servants at once. It's called rayshift.io. I might be able to put my servants here. I haven't updated my list in a little bit. I haven't refreshed it in over a month. What am I doing? Refresh so I can flaunt my servants to everybody in chat. Let me show off. I would like to download this picture, please. Oh, another update that they made in FGO recently, which is nice, is that previously, the way that it worked is that, so they're called support lists. So you set your own support list, and then you can use your friend's support list. So any servant that they put in their support list, you can use. But you get 9 slots. So you get 7 slots for the main 7 classes, which are Saber, Archer, Lancer, Rider, Caster, Assassin, and Berserker. You can select one of your servants from each of those classes to put on your list. And then you can select one extra class servant, which is so you can pick one out of Ruler, Avenger, Moon Cancer, Foreigner, Alter Ego, Pretender, and one other one that I'm blanking on. And then you get one free slot that you can put anybody in. So you could pick 9 total. But they updated it recently because people wanted more options and so many servants are out. Now you can set up 3 support lists at the same time. So you can actually have 27 servants up to share. So I have 27 servants that people who are on my friends list can all use. Sorry, I'm on a big FGO tangent. Whenever I start thinking about FGO, I get so excited talking about it. Kind of like support system from Star Rail. I have barely played Star Rail, so I couldn't really say, but I will take your word for it because I know that you like Star Rail a lot. Okay, I finally downloaded my support list. Now I can put it on the screen quickly. Yay. I can show off all my servants. Yay. New image, downloads. I think Nikkei has something where you can borrow a support too. It's going to be gigantic. Yep. Actually, I can make it. Mm, so like that's my main support list. This is what I consider like my personal favorites. I have all these ones set up for people to borrow. You can see I have them all max skilled. They're all at 10, 10, 10. That's the highest skill level. They're all at level 100 because I used extra. I used all of my holy grails to level them above the cap of 90 to 100. You can actually go to 120, but it takes a ton of resources. So I didn't want to go that far. And you can see I have all of them at multiple NP levels, which means their ultimate attacks are even stronger, which means that's how many copies of them I got in the gacha. So you got Okita Alter, Musashi, Ishtar, Ereshkigal, Da Vinci Lily, Artoria Caster, Musashi Berserker, and Space Ishtar. So a lot of Rin faces and a lot of Musashi. So this is like my personal favorite level. And then my other 2 tiers are like other ones that I like that are also good supports. So then I tried hitting more like niches and stuff. So then I have like John Alter. I have another Okita Alter, but that's her Saber version. That's the summer one. I have Archer, Artoria Archer, aka Archuria. That is Sakamoto Ryoma as the Lancer. Odysseus for Rider. Scotty and Caster. Semiramis, Morgan, And then Scotty again, except the summer version. Both of those are really good support servants. And then my third support list, you got Waver from Fate's Day Night, Muramasa, aka Shiro, basically. I mean, not really, but Muramasa. I got Orion, Skahawk. So I have Scotty, and also Skahawk. So I have like all of them on there. Rhines for Ryder, also good support. Merlin, Koyanskaya. There's my Herc. There's the one who can solo the whole game for you, basically. And then I have Summer Kama as well. But this guy is who you really want. This guy right here. That level 80 Herc with 10, 10, 10, NP5, and also his Bond Craft Essence, which is like, it basically gives him even more lives. So he can die and just respawn, basically. He can do it 4 times because of the item I have him equipped with. So even if he gets killed by the boss, he'll just respawn 4 times. And that's why he can solo things. Because the boss will kill him and then he'll respawn, and then you just hit the boss again. And the boss kills him and he respawns again. Because that's like part of Herc's lore, right? His 9 lives or whatever. I forget how many lives he has. But like, they implemented it in game. It's a whole system called Guts. He's not the only one who has it, but yeah. That's why he can solo stuff. 2 Musashi and 2 Ishtars. And that's my whole support list. It's gonna change though. See, that's the problem. Like, there's so many servants coming out, like, in next year that I want, that it's gonna be hard because I'm gonna have to replace some of the ones on my list. And I don't know how I'm gonna do that because I like them all so much. You're a big Da Vinci fan? See, there's 2 Da Vincis. Actually, there's 3 Da Vincis. There's normal Da Vinci, there's Da Vinci Lily, which is the one that I have. And then there's Da Vinci Lily Summer version. Normal Da Vinci is a caster, Da Vinci Lily is a rider, and then Summer Da Vinci Lily is a ruler. The little girl is safe in her bed. Are there too many servants? There are a lot. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but it's, I want to say it's in, I think in, like, the Japanese version, which is the main one, I think they might be over 400. Over 400 servants. And I think in the English one, they're over 300. I can check though. Impress, yo. Yeah, I forgot the exact number. So if I just do it by servant ID, some of them are unplayable though. They're just registered in the servant database. So in the English version, as of right now, the most recent event that just happened brought it to 364 servants in the English version, which is a lot. And then in the Japanese version right now, which we are 2 years behind, so everything that you see coming out of FGO in Japan, you have to add 2 years. That's how long it's going to be for us to get it, which sucks when there's a servant like Space Ereshkigal who I really want, and I have to wait another 21 months before she comes out in English. Sag. But you also know the game's going to be around for a long time because of that. In Japan, they're up to 425 servants right now. So there's about 60 more in Japan. So over the next 2 years, we have another 60 that are lined up to come out, which is 24 months. So you're averaging about 2.5 new servants a month for the next 2 years, and it's just going to keep going. Story arc number 2 is still ongoing in Japan. I believe they said it's going to finish by the end of the year. I don't know if I buy it. And then the big question is, what happens after that? Does the game end? Do they start story arc number 3? I mean, next summer... next summer is the 10th anniversary of FGO in Japan, believe it or not. That's how long it's been around. We just had anniversary number 7 in English this year. Like, this is a long-running game. So I don't have all of the servants, Jin. Also, hello, welcome to the stream. I think I have probably close to 300. I'm still missing some of like the early servants that were given away for free because it was before I started playing, so I have to wait for them to come back. And then there's definitely like limited servants that I just didn't roll for in the gacha because I wasn't as big enough of a fan as I would need to be to actually like spend my currency on them. Right now, I'm basically saving for next year. Luckily, there's not a lot I want for the rest of the year, so I can just keep saving all of my courts for 2025, which is absolutely stacked with how many servants I want. Like, there's like 5 or 6 SSRs I definitely want. There's like another 5 or 6 that I relatively want. And then there's another like 2 or 3 that I kind of want. Like, it's stacked next year. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. This last link in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Jowd's heart. And the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. In Heroes, there's over 1,000? Seriously? Oh my god. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight has related back to me in some way. And I bet this mistaken-ridden subduction does too. Ba-ba-bum. That was the end of chapter 12? Really? That was basically just talking. We've done 2 chapters in like an hour and 10 minutes. I think a couple chapters towards the end are going to be really long. Like, you can kind of see, like, if I go back to the chapter menu, 18 total. There are 7, yes, so to answer both of you, there are 17 chapters plus, like, an ending or epilogue chapter, so I just kind of group it together as 18, because I know there's something after the 17th chapter. But technically, it's not called Chapter 18. It's called something else, from what I know. It's just called, like, Epilogue or Ending or something like that. So you can see every chapter is just a time of what it starts. So that chapter covers that time to the next time. So, like, Chapter 1 is 7:02 until 7:30. And then Chapter 2 is 7:31 until 8:03. Chapter 3 is 8:04 until 8:22. So, like, the shorter the time frame, the shorter the chapter is going to be, I would imagine. Like, this one was only 11 minutes. But then some of them are kind of long. Like, I think some of the ones coming towards the end are like an hour and a half or 2 hours of time at once. So I feel like a lot of stuff is going to have to happen in those. Just mark these off as done. That's some more cheap. Oh yeah, so you can see here, there's like the time frames. So like, these 2 that I just did, kind of short. 15 minutes and then 26 minutes, right? This next one is 37 minutes. And then boom, look at that. Chapter 14, an hour and a half. Chapter 15, 40 minutes. Chapter 16, an hour or 50 minutes. Chapter 17, another half hour. So like this one, chapter 14, an hour and a half. That thing is gonna be beefy. There's gonna be a lot of stuff in there. So that's basically why I say there's 18, because there's 17, and then there's an additional, like, cleared it. Like, I know there's a little something after 17, I just don't know what it is. It's probably just an epilogue. You unlock a lot of stuff after you clear it. There's 1,147, and you have 4. Holy crap. I can't believe that they've made that many characters. That's crazy. Saber Archer, Lancer, Caster, Berserker, Assassin, Rider, Avenger. Like, I like all of the classes, yeah. If you're asking what my favorite class, though, is, that would be really hard. That would be kind of fun actually, to like go through all of the classes and then figure out, okay, which one would be my favorite. I think off the top of my head, if I had to pick a class without really looking into things, I'd probably say Caster. Caster and then maybe Archer would be second. They all have really good servants, though. What about you, Jim? What would your favorite class be? Or anybody in chat, if you like Fate. You could say who your favorite is. Never heard of Avenger? Isn't Ruler a class? Ruler is a class, yes. Avenger is the counterpart to Ruler. So, like, in FGO gameplay-wise, everything is basically rock, paper, scissors. For what has advantage over what. So, like, Saber beats Lancer. Lancer beats Archer. Archer beats Saber. So that's a triangle right there. Rider beats Caster. Caster beats Assassin. Assassin beats Rider. That's another triangle. Avenger beats Ruler. Ruler beats Mooncancer. And Mooncancer beats Avenger. There's another triangle. And then the other one might not really be a triangle. So then, like, Berserker is good against all of the original 6 classes. Foreigner is good against Berserker. And then I think Alter Ego is good against Foreigner. And then Pretender might be good against Alter Ego. Like, there's a lot of classes that are in FGO that... There's also Shielder, which is a unique class for your support servant, which doesn't have any type advantage or disadvantage. I guess... I forget if Berserker is still good against it, but... So, Berserker is good against, like, almost everything, but then also almost everything is good against Berserker. So, like... Yeah, there's a lot of classes that are in FGO that haven't appeared in the anime. Berserker is your favorite, Jin? That also has some good ones. Actually, yeah, you said, I think you said Nightingale is one of your favorites, right? Scott Hawk and Nightingale? And I know Nightingale is a Berserker. I like Rider. Rider has some good ones. Da Vinci Lily. Achilles is a good Rider. Odysseus, I also like for Rider. Wow, a lot of Rider and Berserker fans. Mash is a shielder, correct, Wasabi, yep. She is the one and only shielder. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. Alright, I need you to call the Justice Minister, little girl. The key to dispelling the Minister's doubts is now in bed, coughing. And I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. How do you type that fast with one hand, lady? You got a crazy hunch going, too. My darling angel, oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing. Did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? A daughter after my own heart, but I must confess I didn't even notice you were gone. Terrible mother. I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present. He said he wanted a new lighter. But that's no reason to go out late at night. But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that. Well, now you have a cough. But look what it brought you. Your fever is worse than ever. Here is to the feverish passion of my darling angel. Mother's busy gooning on her typewriter? Yeah. Basically. Mama? Yes, darling. Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight. Not tonight, Amelie. You're a bitch mother. Looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved. And there's another lucky development too. Amelie wants to call her father. Now, if I could just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. I can't go to her. Okay, I guess I can light the lighter. Yeah, bring the phone down to her. Yeah, secretly call your dad. Come on. Don't let the gooner notice. No! No! Amelie, I told you couldn't call him tonight. Yeah, well, an innocent man is gonna die because you're being a bitch, lady. 10 minutes to save a sick kid, call a minister, save a framed detective. Exactly. Why not? Listen to me, Amelie. Your father's about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider. What do you know about it, Mom? He's the one who's the justice minister, you know. All you do is write weird novels. It's true. You write gooner novels. What do you mean weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've really made me angry. How dare you expect me to forgive such an insult? I'm gonna have to knock it down again. It's a lot of I hate yous being thrown around tonight. Push your desk closer too. I'm keeping my eye on you now, so you won't do anything else mischievous. Like calling your father. I hate you. I can hear you, you know. I don't care. What a pair. I don't know what this family's issues are, but I do know I have to do something so Amelie can call. Alright. I can light it, but nothing happens. Alright, I need to keep moving. Open the wastebasket, nothing happens. I can turn the lamp on and go up to the clock. Oh, I can make the rat fall. There's a lot of stuff I can do in here. Jeez. Open that. Okay, nothing happens if I turn the valve. Where'd she store that bottle? Good question. Got those endless pockets. Alright, let's make the rat fall. Now the rat is hanging on for dear life. Now if I do this, she's gonna look at that and see the rat and then freak out. Well, well, having a good time, are we, little rodent? That's Hakos Bales right there. Uh-oh. No! I got the rat killed. Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? I just realized her lady's... Oh yeah, it is shaped like a rose. That's true. I didn't notice until you said that. She's more powerful than I thought. Looks like she tipped the wall candelabra to one side, too. The angle of those candles. I get the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently. Okay, yep. If I burn that wire, the phone will move down to the kid again. So I want to set... I better not put out the lamp right now. We'll pour oil in the flames of anger on the lady's heart. Gotta keep her mother out of the way. Okay. So I think I want to do this. It will throw the rat to the left, probably. Yeah. Not only did I get the guy smacked by the fucking bottle, I just electrocuted him. And now his dead body is hanging out the roof. Oh heavens! A blackout at a critical time like this? Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. This chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kinds of thrills, thank you. How did you just light that off your ass? She dropped the match in her wine? This lady has so many problems I can't even begin to talk about it. Alright, we got a lot of things that are on fire now. What a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. Clandestine, sorry. Don't exactly know how the situation came about, but I think I owe the rat an apology. Oh, the rat's unconscious. Okay, he's not dead, thankfully. Alright, so now I think I want to... I can make these burn brighter. I can turn the lights off again. This lady is something else. Yeah, she is. Make the pendulum swing harder. Let's try doing that. Okay, so that's how I'm gonna light something, I think. Now if I make these burn brighter... Okay, they definitely get bright. I can't close that. Lady's Dictionary. Wasn't this on her desk before? Poor thing, destined to never be returned to the bookshelves. Okay, I can make it fall. What a naughty chandelier. I don't like anything about this lady. I don't like her hair. I don't like how she walks. I don't like how she talks. I don't like her personality. I don't like a single thing about her. Light something from there. Oh goodness, look at the time. As I bask in my tale of love, time has been moving on at the speed of light. That's all you have to say? So even though she's immersed in love, she can still hear this, huh? This won't buy enough time for the daughter to make a phone call. There must be something else I can distract her with. What? I've been going everywhere. There's nothing else here. And there's nothing else here. Can I, like, make this burn brighter and then fall? Will that, like, startle? Will it set her hair on fire? Did I not do it fast enough? Or did I do it too fast? I think I needed to wait for the things to get brighter. I feel like I'm onto something there. Okay, now they're super bright. Now fall. No, it just goes back down to normal. Okay. And I can't make it fall on her head. The lady makes the minister look better? How did they have a kid together? That's a great question. They're both an absolute mess. Each of them has so many problems. What do I want to do now? So making that fall doesn't accomplish anything. I can't do anything with the dictionary. I can't close this. Can't do anything with that. Making that get brighter doesn't help me. Turning this does nothing. Making this chime just makes her look at it. Swinging this doesn't seem to do anything. I can't turn this on. I can open the wastebasket, but nothing happens. And I can light this and nothing happens. That's everything. What the hell am I missing? Yes, you already said that. Give me a hint, Sissel. Please. Nothing works. What interaction am I missing? As soon as I make this thing fall, she turns around and I can't do anything else. It's like, I can't make this brighter and then fall, and I also can't make it fall and then get brighter, because both of them immediately trigger her to do something. Or sorry, it falling immediately triggers her. And if it falls, the brightness thing undoes itself. What if I make it brighter and then, like, I still can't... What the heck? I am, like, genuinely baffled. Nothing. Doesn't let me do it. Uh-huh. It has to be something with the chandelier. The pendulum and the clock don't seem to do anything. As of yet. I can make the chandelier brighter. Dictionary doesn't do anything, correct? Can you light... Oh, So right now it's not letting me do anything. It's still not. So it seems like as soon as the chandelier falls, I lose control until she lifts it again. I can't do anything else until after. I liked the idea though. That brightness thing is very, very short. Yeah, I can't do anything until she sits down. Like, it takes control away from me. How far does this thing swing? It's not that far. Yeah, it wouldn't reach the candles. What the heck? The lamp on the desk, it doesn't let me do anything. Sissel just makes a comment about how, like, I think she would just get angrier if I did this, and then it doesn't let me click it. I think the only way I can do something with it is if she's distracted off to the left. The question is just, what can I do to make her more distracted over here? The hatch cannot close. I was thinking I could somehow, like, knock the rat down if it could, but yeah, it doesn't let me close it. So now it's not going to let me do anything again until she gets back. I don't think either hatch closes, unfortunately, yeah. And if I try dropping it... Oh! That was different. Maybe I'm just not timing it right? Come on, drop, drop, drop. Drop on her head. Okay, I need to time it to drop on her head. I think I tried doing it before and it didn't happen, so I just assumed I couldn't do it. Alright, let's time it. Right now. Okay. Amelie, help me! I'm sorry, I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now. There we go. Here is to the weakness of my darling angel. That chandelier's on there tighter than our wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. Alright, so now she's stuck. There we go. Now we're talking. She's not going anywhere. Now I can adjust her destiny. She doesn't like the dark. I don't want her thrashing around any more than she is already, so I better not put out the lamp. Okay, never mind. So she's stuck, which is... FGO variants, Muramasa, Ishtar, Castoria, Ibi, Einsburns, Samina Kire, Ritsugu, El Malloy, Edelfeld. Yeah, all of those are in there as servants, yep. Shiro is Muramasa, Rin is Ishtar, and Ereshkigal. Artoria is Castoria, Sakura is Bibi. Ilya is in there as the magical girl. Kire is in there as, I think his name is still just Kotomine. Ritsugu's in there as Emiya. Amalloy is in there as the tactician. Miyu is just straight up in there. And then Karen's it. Yeah, all of the Fate Stay Night characters pretty much are in there. It's nice. It's like FGO is basically the greatest crossover of every single Fate series, all the Type Moon, like Tsukihime's in there, Witch of the Holy Knights in there. What is going on here? You see this? Help me, please. I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning, so I guess you'll just have to stay up there, too. Yeah, good riddance, lady. You deserve this. Now she can call her father. Alright. Get brighter. Yeah, freak out, lady. Okay. I set the rat's tail on fire? I am just abusing this poor rat, man. I am making this face chaos. I owe that poor rat an apology, but this might be a really good chance for me, too. Yeah, it is. Swing harder, man. There we go. There we go. Go call your father. Your mother's a little preoccupied. What in the world is going on here? Yeah, you'd like to know, wouldn't you? Yata. Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa. Okay, Mama. I'll only be a minute. That's right, Amelie. Ame. Her name starts with Ame. Alright, let's listen to the phone call. Hello, Papa? Amelie! Is that you? Of course it is, silly. What did you think? But I heard they said you were... That's right. We weren't lying to you. No, never mind. It's nothing. Silly old Papa. Happy birthday! Oh, right. It was my birthday, wasn't it? Sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight, thanks to mean old Mama. Oh my god. That's right. Mean old Mama. That lady is a piece of work. Oh, your mean old Mama. I mean your mother. What is she up to right now? It's a good question. What is she up to? Well, she's certainly up all right. My stubborn mother is kind of tied up at the moment. She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble. No, Amelie. I'm the one who was wrong. Could you tell your mother I'm sorry? What do you have to be sorry about? I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's alright now. You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of Justice Minister is very complicated, you see. But just remember, you are always the most important thing to your mother and I. Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize. The lady was chandeliered into a deadly trap. Yeah, I do know of chandelier, yeah. Why isn't it advancing? You guy. I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize. Have a good night. I love you. Good night, sweetheart. All right. So now he can pardon the execution? Mom, I'm sorry. Why the sudden change? I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand. I thought all you ever did was write these weird novels. That makes me a little sad. Papa said the job of Justice Minister was complicated. Your father's job is very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right, I shouldn't treat you like a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all. And I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try actually reading them. What? Oh, maybe you'd better wait until you're a little older. If you're feeling a little more charitable to your old mom, think you could let me down? I would love to do that, but I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick. Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline, it looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel. All of a sudden, everybody's getting along again. It's such an abrupt change, I can't understand it. Is this what family is all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me will be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office where everybody's waiting for the prison van. That's probably the end of chapter 13. Oh, shit. Did you just hear that loud sound? I accidentally, unlocked the arms of my chair when I was pushing on them and they fell. That scared me. Minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever, quite unlike a father who has just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to still be in the depths of despair. Bum, bum, bum. RIP chair. Oh, I can just raise them back up again. It's just if I put too much pressure, they'll fall again. So, like, I can't, like, lean on them. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. Seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is going to happen. Okay, so the chapter's not done yet. I just found out my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake and for mine. No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. Yeah, you didn't do jack shit, Abenella. Exactly. What did he do? But one question. I can't help but notice. Your daughter is safe. And yet, you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Of course, there's still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? Please, let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. I wonder if Lynne is at the park yet? Until we get a report, I'll just have to wait here. This continued distress, is there really something more to it? Let's talk to him. Let's find out. Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I exist? That thank you I expressed, that was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. But I had no idea they were the powers of the dead, of ghosts. Known? Known about what? We knew about the existence of somebody who could control others. A manipulator. Nani? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Why don't you just tell us everything you know? You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top-secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Jowd. They don't share too much top-secret information with inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison that you just escaped from. All 3 cases have something in common. They do, huh? He's a Nen user? What is Nen? No sé. The rock singer who leaked secrets. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage. Neither of those men had a motive, and both of their crimes were impossible. The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office. I have not seen Hunter x Hunter now. It's another one of those series that's just too long for me. At some point will I watch it? Probably. But anything that's more than 25 episodes is a hard sell. Because I look at 140 something episodes and I say, well, I could watch 6 other 25 episode anime or 12 other 12 episode anime in that same amount of time. The rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets that he leaked. The SIU submitted an investigative report to me on them. It concluded these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. Nani? How could that be? The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. I have not seen Yu Yu Hakusho now. That's a really, really long one, isn't it? I know of it. It's the same for all the shonens, like all the big classic ones. So, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, Yu Yu Hakusho, Fairy Tail, Hunter x Hunter, Inuyasha, if that's even a shonen, I'm not 100% sure. Like all of those old school ones, haven't seen them because they're all so long. Not that Fairy Tail's that old, I guess. Inuyasha is shoujo. Okay. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Cabanela has been studying them. Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act. According to the inspector, the first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard it too. However, I was seriously mistaken and it proved to be a big mistake. Nani? What was the mistake? I suppose everybody here has a right to know. I'll speak out loud so Cabanela can hear it too. Oh boy. What crazy lore drop are we about to get? There's something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake that I made. Inspector Cabanela, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand. What's this? A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled. What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. What's going on? This document. What am I doing? I mustn't sign it. It's too late now. Don't deliver that document. Don't do it. It's too late now. Better believe that document was delivered. That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated. And my memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain. Signing execution orders is just part of a justice minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Cabanela's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a minister of justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened. I suppose, but it sounds a bit like an excuse. I should have at least told us. I should have. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out. So that's the big mistake she was talking about. This web is getting bigger and bigger, it sure is. And then with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. That's why you've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else beside me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. What I'm not fine with is the fact that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks. Title drop. But I never imagined that tonight, I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Inspector Cabanella. This manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit. A spirit? As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now. Jowd, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too. Yep. I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you. Spirit? Ghost? Gods in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister, I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision. I wonder what he just realized. Prison van's here. This is Lynne, I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Well, the situation here is difficult to explain. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately. Oh boy. Wonder if the kidnappers are there again. Looks like your help is needed, Sissel. Alright, let's go to the park. This is gonna have to be chapter 14, which is the big one. Lynne calls and I oblige. I take off toward Temsic Park, a place where clearly something big is taking place. The manipulator, the person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jowd's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. What if the manipulator made Lynne... Oh yeah, could it be? Could Lynne have been manipulated into shooting me? I mean, she didn't really remember it. And they said you don't clearly remember being manipulated, so... it definitely could have been. Okay, I am going to continue playing, but before I do that, I'm going to take a quick idle meeting and also grab a snack. So I'll be back in like a minute or so. I will see you then. Alright, I'm back. That was definitely a little longer than a minute. But I got some Twizzlers. Yay. My favorite. Twizzlers do not get the respect they deserve, man. Not at all. Welcome back, Leo. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. Hey, tomorrow's Taco Bell day. Hell yeah. All right. Let me open up my Twizzlers. I got the nice resealable bag. They can stay fresher longer. And it's the big bag. How many servings we got in this bad boy, you might ask? Let's see. Check the nutrition facts. 27 servings. Oh my god. One serving of Twizzlers is only 3? Add a 0 to the end. What the hell? Who only has 3 Twizzlers? That's ridiculous. You gotta have at least 10. That's bullshit. Chapter 14. Temsic Park, the site of the little lady Camilla's abduction tonight, and the place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. The chef is there. I wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead, for once, but what did she find? Huh? What is he doing here? I hate that he sings every time he talks. The chef there is just random? Sure is. Yep, I need you to swing a little harder so I can get over here. Thank you. Got this thing spinning pretty fast. You can just imagine the kids who get sent flying all over the park. Yeah. The hell is up here? A love letter. Open sesame. Can you go down any further than that? What the heck? Spin. Go down, please. Thank you. Hello, Lynn. What is that behind you? There you are, Sissel. From your dejected expression, I gather you didn't find what you were looking for. Can't find the music box anywhere, but I found something else. Something horrible. Some dead person. In the grass, you'd better see it for yourself. Looks like a dead body. I nearly died when I saw it. And I suppose now that we found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Alright. Who is this? Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the rock of the gods. Whoever thought it was a good idea to tie a love letter to a balloon needs their head checked? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Talking to me, right? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly, examine it in detail. Never mind that. Do you remember your name? My name, mi nombre. What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Come now and study these tracks with me, my brother. Come and learn about the rock of the gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching, but we are young. This guy. I don't have time to get involved in your way of life, but I am interested in your way of death. Let's go back to 4 minutes before your death. Alright, let's see what happened here. I have another Twizzler. Oh, that's the guy from the restaurant. I live in this park and defend it. It's written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet in great detail. Oh, and then the kidnapping happens. Oh, and he sees it happen and he probably gets killed for it. Wait, but that's not when it happens. Oh wait, it could be, because he could have been dead for a while. Girl of the right age coming out of the right apartment building at the right time. Oh, there's the box. Oh, so this guy took it. Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? No. Agreed. Saber, dude. What do I do? What do I do? Have to do something. Nice. Oh, he gets killed saving her. What the fuck? That must be the manipulator. She couldn't die right there. So the manipulator moved it so that guy died instead. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's Mino. Mino the mascot, the symbol of Temsek Park. Forget about the name of the big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Power of the Rock of the Gods. That was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And then that same power very deliberately crushed you instead. Precisely. That's called the mischief of the gods. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. But wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? Like a manipulator who can take control of people? Mm-hmm. This guy reminds me of a certain One Piece character. Which one? Alright, so we're gonna have to save. We're gonna have to move her. Oh, there's another flame besides mine. That's the flame of a god. Your spirit's a flame too. Pardon me, but are you a god? I certainly doubt it. At the last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. It was probably the flame's doing. Who could it be? Oh, no, I mean, which One Piece character does it remind you of, Jack? Grab, oh god, even deeper, yeah. I definitely believe it's a god or somebody god-related. What the? This person with much greater powers than me, it's... you? Missile? Oh my god. Missile is stronger than me? So Missile saved the girl, which makes sense. Missile's protecting Camilla. Sanji, the blonde that fights with his legs. Sanji. Is he the cook? Missile! The best character in the game is back. Let's go. You look well for being dead. Did you see? Did you see what I did? Oh, right. That means Missile died again. So Missile is dead too. No. He was alive before. Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the power of the dead? I'm glad you asked. After Miss Camilla went out and you left, I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it. So you burst a hole in the door? Oh, okay. Smart dog. And then I followed Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. And then, here at this park, I found her at last. You guessed it, I barked, you bet I did, and I went running after her too. Oh my god, that motherfucker. He just ran over Missile. And now Missile is gonna disappear at dawn like me. No, there's no happy ending for Missile now. When I came to, it was all over. Poor Miss Camilla, crushed under that big scary lump. What have I done? I'm sorry, little lady, forgive me. Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart, and then... I can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right? Better than anybody else. And I remembered what you did for me and how you saved me. So you went back to 4 minutes before her death? You bet I did! Oh man, I love Missile. Missile isn't Sekiro, they didn't need to die twice. That's a good name pun. Yes, my dear, I'll ever so gently nab. Okay, yep, this is it again. So then Missile comes over here and he moves the rock. Now's my chance, I thought. I saw the core. I don't know, it looks pretty far. I stretched out my paw toward the core. Oh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sissel. Go ahead and try it for yourself. Whoa. I can't believe it. How can you connect over such a great distance? They don't call me Missile for nothing. And so you manipulated the Mino and threw it aside. Right on top of my head. Well, no. I can't manipulate things like you, Sissel. I didn't know what to do. Then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. And it had a core too. A single leaf hanging from a tree. Oh, did he swap their positions? That's what his power is? I tried reaching out to the leaf. I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. I mean, that's technically manipulating them. As long as they have the same shape. Get a new power this late on? That's incredible! That's how you saved it, huh? And that's how I got caught up in it, huh? I'm very sorry! My powers are too meager. As you see, I saw one more. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. If Mino could be swapped again, then disaster wouldn't rain down on my head. But it's too far. Football. I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you. But it was still too far. What if we combine our powers? Add my length and his length. It's a fascinating spectacle of death, if I do say so myself. I kept retrying over and over, seeing if there was anything I could do. If we work together, you and me. Me and Missile get to work together, let's go. You think you can help me? Of course! Naturally! Not you. So we're gonna drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Alright. Let's do it. Four minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then you have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. It's a rugby ball, okay. Missile and Sissel team up? Hell yeah, that's why our names are so similar. That means I have to move it closer somehow. Looks like you and I have to work together on that one. Alright. Press R2 to swap. Alright. And then if you press R2, you can swap back to me. Okay. Together we can stop Mino from hurting anybody. Let's go. Let's do this. Alright, Missile. Your powers are the key this time. I can swap anything that has the same shape. Follow me if there's anything you want to try. Try a bunch of things and see how it goes. And if I see something we can swap, use R2. Alright, let's do this. Got a shovel. Travel. Nope, I don't want to talk to Missile right now. I wish you would talk to me. We can discuss the gods. I came this way without giving it thought, but now there's no core to get back. Yeah. Okay, let's restart that. That was a oopsie really early on. Okay. We want to go to the right. Anything in the dumpster? Nope, a path. Fire. Would you look at that? Sure are a whole lot of round things around here. Oh boy! That means it's time for me, right? Oh boy! My hair is also very round. Okay. There we go. Okay, so those things swapped fine. I swapped this and that. No. I can't quite swap those two things. There's a balloon. Definitely want to move this down. Okay. He runs in, alright. When somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand, otherwise you'll definitely regret it. And now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me lightning fast speed. If we can stop him from running, maybe he won't get squished. Won't be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over. Okay. So I still can't go any further, but Missile. Okay, I need to go back to Sissel, get him out of the way. How can I swap these two? There we go. Okay. A lot of papers here. Look at this funny flattened ball. So Missile is more or less where he needs to be. Same shape as that horrible Mino, but it's too far to swap. I have to find a way to get the ball closer to the Mino. I think, can I not knock it down with the... I come up. Now, if I let this go up, ball's over there now. What do you think of my lightning fast pace? I wish you would knock it off. That's what I think. We don't have time to prepare. Seesaw, the swing, those things? There's one more piece of equipment. So I think I need to rewind. I don't want to go all the way back to the beginning, though. It hit the ball, it could have knocked it down. Okay, so I messed it up, unfortunately. So let's let him die. See if I can, like, restart from the point that he comes in. We're too late. Boom. To think of a way to stop him from running. Okay. I have to go all the way back to the beginning, unfortunately. I think he comes in kind of fast, though. Okay. Well, is it a problem if it can't swap? I don't feel like it is. What if I swap it while he's on it? Does it, like, drastically change up his speed or something? Really? Even that little ball is too much weight for him? Sissel, you're weak. The ball hit the umbrella. So I'm too late again. Oh my god, you have to, like, make every single move absolutely perfectly in this. Now I can't move any further with him. This is tough. There's, like, so many interactable things that it's hard to figure out what to click on, especially when you have to go so fast. Let's move this first. I wonder if he'll, like... No. Sissel. He's already here. See what I'm saying? Like, you have to be obscenely fast. While he's moving, I probably can't... Like, I want to see if I can launch him backwards. So to do that, I would have to swap these, like, while he's on it. Like, while he's on the top part, and he's starting to move down, if I swap it and put the tire on the other end, would it launch him backwards? Then what am I doing with Sissel? Alright, let's get... No! I keep pressing the wrong buttons too, and it's completely throwing me off. No, I don't want you to talk. Okay, yes. I don't want you to swap either. I just want you to go there. The fact it forces you to talk if you're on the same spot is so annoying. Go over here. Thank you. You go here. Move this. Go up. Okay, you come back to this. Yep. Okay. Sissel, you make this move down. Okay. Now, I want you to go up. What if I spin it faster while he's on it? I didn't see that coming. Don't you know the first thing about the globe climber? Even little children treat it with the respect they deserve. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while. Okay. So now he's stuck, which is good. Gives us a little time. Let's go up here. Let's move that. I feel like... Okay. And then we can make this fall. And then let's... If it hit the ball, it would have knocked it down. Like, what if I open it, right? Like, now if something gets launched up... Okay, he's starting to slow down. Shit, but now I'm, like, stuck up here as Sissel. Come on, stop talking. Let me go. There we go. Keep spinning, buddy. I'm not done with you. Okay. So now if I launch... Maybe if I swap the tire here and then I like launch the tire up. Maybe not even. But it needs to launch hard. Okay, so let's move it down so that I can go down. And then I want to move it up. No. I don't want to do that. How would I make the tire launch up? How did I do that before? How did I make the ball launch? Oh, it was when he jumped onto this spot. Then it launched up. So I think if it's like this, but we probably don't want the ball. I feel like we need something heavier. The question is, do we need the tire? Puzzle's my worst enemy. Depends on the day. Sometimes I love him, sometimes I hate him. I feel like... I don't know what the odds of him being able to launch the tire are. But if it's too heavy and it doesn't go up, it will mess up everything. If it's too light, it won't knock the umbrella far enough to hit the ball. So the basketball might be a good in-between. I guess we can try it, and if it doesn't work, then I can do it with the tire instead. We need the tire. Damn it! Now I have to rewind again. Okay. So I need to... move over here, open this. Let's see. Go down, go across. Move this down. Get into the ball. Move this down again. Yeah, I know how this works. Skip. Okay, go down. All right. Here we go. So now he's going to jump onto the spinny thing. Let's get a guy over here so that a boy is ready. Let's put him in... No, I don't want you to talk to me. I want you to go on the ball. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so now he's going to spin. And now I can make him spin fast. He's stuck. We switch back to Missile. Missile is going to swap the baseball and the tire. Okay. Now he's definitely going to have to launch it high. So now we're going to go back to Sissel. Not that. Sissel. I want you to go up, 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 up. Raise this. Hurry, hurry, hurry. We have to do this fast. Go over here. Take this fall. And I'll make it open. Okay. Now I feel like when he jumps on it, it should launch the tire onto that to make the ball fall. Let's get Missile back to the left. I don't want you to swap. I just want you to move left. Okay. Let's see if this works the way I want. It's too heavy. I'm sorry, what the fuck? There's nothing in between basketball and tire. If the tire makes it shake but not quite fall, the baseball is obviously too light and the tire's too heavy to get up there. So how else are you supposed to make it fall? Now I just lost it. Oh my god. What am I missing? Did you see that? Did you see the seesaw? The tire's too heavy to get much height. The tire does have quite a bit of weight to it. No matter how heavy it is, I can still swap it. It's not helpful. Maybe the baseball is built with heavy materials. Oh, man. So I lost again. So... do I have to make the umbrella, like, be actively falling? I need to have a Twizzler. Get myself some brain food. Think about this. I mean, it has to do with the umbrella and the balls. Like, those are the only options, really. Oh! Oh! Okay. Let's rewind. I think I know what to do. The tire can't be launched up. The basketball can be launched up. But I could swap the basketball and the tire and put the tire in the umbrella after the basketball's there, and then that will be super heavy and force it to fall. Rain Blast indeed. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be so mad at myself. So I feel like we want this to be here. Because we need it to be down there so that he can reach. Like, let's test it with Missile. So if Missile is here, can he reach all the way up to where the umbrella is going to be? Yes. So I think that's the strategy. You want the tire and the basketball to switch. Okay. So Missile, you're going to go here. You're going to switch these two. It's tapped. Now you're going to go back here. Now you can't do that because it's too heavy. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, fuck. He's already coming back. Shit. Missile. You. No. Swap these two again. Okay, back to Sissel. Make this move. Okay. Now, Sissel needs to go up, so Missile, you need to get out of the way. Sissel, you go up and over. Okay. Wait for that to start spinning. Beautiful. No. No. I'm pressing the wrong buttons because I'm panicking. I don't want to be you. Go up. Okay, now Missile. Swap these two. Beautiful. I'll go back over here to the tire. Okay, okay, okay. Now Sissel, you're gonna go up. I pressed the wrong button again. I'm panicking. No, but I need to make it spin fast so that he gets stuck here for a minute. Okay, okay. Now we go up. Make this go up. Up, up, up. And then you go over here. Make the umbrella fall. Okay. Make it open. Okay. Now we come back down. Ah. Okay. And then just say it like this. Okay. So now, when he jumps, it should launch the basketball up. Boom. Okay. Now, Missile. You gotta do this fast now. You gotta swap these. Okay, now the ball falls. Beautiful. Think I can do it? There we go. Let's do this. Missile, it's your moment to shine. All right, Missile. Let's do this. Gonna have to do it literally at the last second. Push. Fall. It swaps. And now. Watch me, Sissel. Here I go. Boom. Now he's gonna get donked on the head. Nobody dies. That's what we like to see. My head has been spared. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. And now Mino is right where he belongs. We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Good job, Missile and Sissel. Now nobody has to die. Except for one brave little somebody. Huh? Talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right, I'm still dead, aren't I? Now let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. Huh? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. And to do that, I need these powers that I have now. I see. Perfectly understandable, but won't Missile still end up dead? But if Missile gets saved, then won't... Now I'm getting confused with time travel shenanigans. If I go back and save Missile, then is it not possible for this guy and Camilla to be safe? Because if Missile was never dead, he wouldn't have been able to do that in the first place? Does Missile have to stay dead? We just saved you. Don't wish your life away already. Okay, Missile, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get back to the present time, can you give it to her? Let's go back to the present! The game says don't think about it too hard. True. And so Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that. Lynne listened to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry, I wish there was something else I could have done. I'm sure she's alright. After all, she has me! Missile's gonna get to accompany us this whole time now. Miss Lynne, leave Miss Camilla to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Don't let Missile get blown away. No! Missile! Missile! Lynne, are you kidding me? You couldn't hold on to a damn leaf? I'm gonna leave it up to Missile. Kinda looks like Missile's being left up to the wind. Yeah. Get out of here, weirdo. I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me. My apologies. This is for you. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Not at all. I was only doing it with the Rock of the Gods. Would have wanted. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. Understandable. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. Oh. Did he see when she almost got kidnapped? Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? It could just be coincidence, but apparently you know our lady detective here. Can you tell us about it? I was actually about to just do that. What is this Rock of the Gods that you keep mentioning? Gasp. Hi, Missile. Missile. Wait a minute, you said gods, but do you mean dogs? Of course not, don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. You're standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at the monument. Rock of the Gods, Temsic Park. The only Rock of the Gods I know is Heat of the Moment by Asia. That's a old school rock band, right? The Rock of the Gods. Are you saying that's a god tier song? Or Asia is a god tier band? Like a little... There we go. The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. A meteor? Little rock? This rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. I'm in a dad rock phase right now. Gotcha. Surely you know all about it. Alright, what happened 10 years ago? That day, I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Alright. Yep, and then there's Jowd and the criminal. I peeked out fearfully from the bushes, and I saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick it was painful. Just when I couldn't stand it any longer, that's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those fragments pierced into the criminal's back. So Jowd didn't even kill him? The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. "10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temsik, and still today it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. I never knew about this Temsik. I always thought Jowd was the one who saved me. You were very young, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. But that's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. It's strange that you never heard of it. I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news, and I never came back to this park again." The meteorite was named Temsik after the name of the park that it fell in. And then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning the park into a housing site. Yep, that sounds like nowadays. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. And so I've taken up residence in this park, and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission. I see. Missile! I'm taking you with me, Missile. So 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynne wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that. But Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsik thing, and if he knew... And that man died. I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? He lied about that just like he lied about his wife. The rocks of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples on a pond when a pebble is dropped in. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decided to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. Is Missile from the first Ace Attorney game a reference to this dog or the other way around? I believe it would be a reference to this dog. I haven't played Ace Attorney, so I couldn't say, but this was that same creator's game before Ace Attorney, so Ace Attorney would have to be referencing this. I think this came out before... Wait, did Ace Attorney start in 2008? When was the first Ace Attorney? For some reason I thought this was before Ace Attorney, but I might have it backwards. Ace Attorney... Okay, wow, the original Ace Attorney came out in 2001? Are you kidding me? Wow. Never mind, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So, I guess this game, it might be a reference to Ace Attorney instead? It looks like Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Justice for All, Trials and Tribulations, and Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, and Investigations Miles Edgeworth. All 5 of those games came out before Ghost Trick. So, yeah, I think this must be a reference to Ace Attorney then. Ace Attorney 1 was on the GBA? Holy crap. I always thought it started on the DS for some reason. Once everything had been resolved, I had wanted you to give this to him. Him? You mean Cabanella? Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it. By being strong. Looks more like brute strength. How did that gun fit in that box? We got some Looney Tunes storage space or something? You should find scorch marks on the grip. When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's a kind that magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears, not leaving any evidence behind and all that. In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves the contraption existed in that room on that day. And it didn't work the way your girl intended. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. But that angle was never brought up in court, and so as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution. Let's go, Jowd is saved. It wasn't Jowd, now we can prove it. Thank goodness. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. Yeah, but you didn't kill the guy. Let's talk about that, Jowd. Sissel, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself for 5 years. Things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives and gotten involved in their fates. And the only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow, I just know it. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions in order to find the truth about us. The manipulator. Sissel told me all about it. And it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister. Ah! Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Sissel, do you think that's what happened to me too? Don't tell me. You were manipulated too? That's right. There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. That image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is it, and why did they do it? That's the question. The contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother. Something's been bothering me. I feel like I know that device. You lost your own life once tonight because of that machine. I'm afraid I don't see it. I told Jowd about it. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. In the junkyard. That's very strange indeed. A junkyard on the edge of town? I've never even heard of the place. And what's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption. The old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Ace Attorney Trilogy was all in GBA. There's a character in 3 that's short because of the limited storage space on the cartridge. Oh, that's funny. And I didn't get it until DS. Oh, okay. So that would be why I thought it started on the DS, because for NA, that's probably where it was. Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Hemsick. The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. So you found out, huh? I hear the meteorite saved Lynne's life. That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynne that day. But in that case, I don't get it. Doesn't it mean that you didn't steal somebody's life away? Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away, no question about it. It was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer. It's not true. You were trying to save me. I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. What's that? On that day 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. In the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped. Oh, is that the one? I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. That warning shot made him panic. At that time, I was a young and green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was my fault. I found the Ace Attorney reference Frost was talking about. There's a dog named Sissel in the first Ace Attorney. Yeah, I feel like that's gotta be, or this has to be a reference to that then. All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm sorry, Lynn. So the man who grabbed me died that day. These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. I painted pictures of my cell. Nothing but portraits of people's faces. Yeah, and mine's one of them. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. And tonight, I finished my last portrait, the final face I wanted to remember. Me. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day. What? Wait a minute, that can't be. I saw the painting. It was my face. Are you telling me I was the man in the park at that time? That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose life I stole and the man who was pronounced dead at the scene. But hold on, Jowd, that can't be true. I just met Sissel for the first time tonight, and he died right in front of me. By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Sissel. From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? Don't leave me on a cliffhanger. Mr. Minister. Cabanella. Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. Man, is Cabanella the bad guy the whole time? Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage. Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life, even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. I wonder if... The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And even now, the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Cabanella's call proved that to us. The greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing that when I started. I'm even further than knowing then when I started. I read that wrong twice in a row. You get the point. That was a lot of twists and revelations. Holy crap. Damn it. So, this is hard because I only planned on doing 4 chapters today. I just finished the 4th one. That's a killer cliffhanger to end on, though. Like, it's just like what because when I finish the game, I want to have like enough time for it to be a normal stream length, you know? If it took me 3 hours to do these chapters, and that was 4, then in theory it should take me 3 hours to do the next 4 and finish the game. But I wanna know what just happened. Uh, I wish that there was, like, a guide that told you how long every chapter takes to go or to do. 'Cause, like the 4 chapters that are left are basically all combined as long as that one, in terms of amount of time. Right? Like, that was 128 to 255. That was an hour and a half. So then we have a 40-minute chapter, a 50-minute chapter, and a 30-minute chapter. So, okay, so that was an hour and a half. So the next 2 combined are as long as that one was, in terms of time. Like, it's so close to the end. And yeah, in my head, I've been thinking, okay, I did 5 and 5. There's 8 left, so I'll do 4 and 4. And that will be the perfect ending. But then you leave me with that fucking thing? Oh my god, I want to know so bad. The reason the dog was named Missile in this game was because the director of Ace Attorney is also the director of this game. Yeah, which is why I think it's definitely a good reference. That's a nice little connection. I never would have known that if you hadn't mentioned it, Frost. Clickbait for the next stream? That's true. Because, like, that is such a cliffhanger. If I were to end this one on that. And admittedly, I am pretty tired. I don't know, like, ever since this morning, basically, like, I was talking about it before stream, but, like, I don't know, this morning, like, I think I woke up, like, at the worst possible time in the sleep cycles. Like, I don't know how much you guys know about sleep cycles, but supposedly it's like every hour and a half is a sleep cycle. And ideally, you want to wake up, like, at hour and a half increments for, like, the easiest transition from sleep to wake. Because that's the lightest sleep period. So that's the easiest to wake up from. If you wake up in the middle of a sleep cycle when you're in deep sleep, then you're a lot groggier. So I think today, this morning, I must have woken up at, like, peak deep sleep because I was insanely groggy. And I have just been tired all day. Like, I haven't recovered, and I don't know why. It's just like, I was tired for the first few hours of work, and then I actually had a department outing today. A whole, like, work outing. I don't know, we went to Topgolf. Which is kind of neat. Do some golfing. I don't really golf, but... Anyway. If you don't know of it, basically it's a place where, like, you can do driving ranges and do stuff like that. So then I kind of woke up for that because, you know, I was, like, socializing with people from work, I was swinging the golf club, I was being active, and then I came home, and I was being productive around the house, and then, like, 20 minutes before stream, I started crashing again. I was like, damn it, not now, not now, not right before stream. So then I've had a Polar Ice I've been sipping on, which is like a caffeinated drink. So, like, I'm doing all right now in terms of tiredness, but I definitely know I would fall asleep fast if I were to go to bed. I can nap 15 minutes and feel rested, but I have to make it up the next day. Oh, the 15 minutes, you mean? Oof. Yeah. Oof. Oof, indeed. But yeah, like, that's something I always try and figure out when I'm streaming is, like, I don't spoil myself on things. I hate spoilers. But I like knowing how long things are in terms of, like, overall game length. And then I like knowing, like, sections and chapters and stuff like that. Because then I kind of have in my head, okay, this is how many total sections there are. This is how many I want to accomplish in this stream. So that it, like, has good ending points, because I hate stopping in the middle of something. And this is the perfect ending point that I had in my head. I just didn't expect it to have such a cliffhanger. If Cabanela is a bad guy, though, I don't really mind, because I didn't really like him. So I don't feel that disappointed about being betrayed by him. He's always rubbed me the wrong way. But between this being where I had planned on stopping before I knew it would be a cliffhanger, and the tiredness, I feel like I probably should call it there and not do the next chapter as much as I really want to. It's, oh my god. The other thing I'm trying to figure out, I guess I can talk about this a little bit before I actually stop, is I'm trying to like plan out streams and stuff, so I wonder if I can get this to show nicely. So if I put this here, how can I display this nicely? I'm trying to slightly explain how I try planning streams and stuff. Because I'm trying to think about timing of things, and like, can I get this to, so if I want to do a window capture, okay, so basically I have a Google Calendar, and I try planning my streams out like on this, just so I can like glance at it and see easily. So this is super small, right? I should have just taken a picture rather than trying to resize everything. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna take this away and I'll take a screenshot. Screenshot. There. Oh my goodness, I am making this harder than it needs to be. Screenshots are saved to my screenshot folder? Cool. Let's go to my screenshot folder so I can open this up and it will hopefully be easier to read. Pictures, screenshot. I take it I need to scroll to the bottom? Yeah, that one looks right. Okay, it's not going to be clearer, that's fine. Okay, so you can't really see me because I'm behind it, but basically I have a Google Calendar and I try to just like fill in my calendar with what streams and stuff I'm planning on doing so that I can glance at it and reference it. So you can see like today over here in the corner, right? Like I have Ghost Trick, and then I have Aegis on Saturday, and then I have Astrobot on Sunday. And then we're going into October, so then I would be trying to finish Ghost Trick next Thursday, continue Aegis on Saturday, and then I don't know Sunday yet. But like, anyway, all that is to say, I like throwing this on a schedule, okay? But what you're not seeing in this picture is that on Saturday the 5th, where I have Aegis, which is next Saturday, the following Saturday would be when I start Metaphor, because that comes out a week from on the 11th, this Friday. So October 4th, October 11th, Metaphor comes out, and then October 12th, that's when I want to start playing Metaphor. So if I want to start playing Metaphor on Saturday, then ideally I'm done with Aegis by then, because I'm taking Aegis' slot for Metaphor. But there is no way in hell I am finishing episode Aegis in 2 streams. Because there are 7 sections, plus like a final boss, okay? I've done, in 2 Aegis streams, I've done 2 1/3 sections out of 7. So, unless I am like super productive in these 2 Aegis ones, I don't see how I'm finishing it by next Saturday. Which would then mean Aegis would have to get moved to Thursday. And then I would be having Aegis on Thursday and Metaphor on Saturday, but I don't really want to do that because then I'm doubling up on long JRPG streams every week, and I like having more variety. So then I'm like, damn it, like, what am I gonna do? I mean, it's okay if it happens one time, you know? Like, if Thursday the 10th I do Aegis again, that's 3 Aegis streams then. And then on the 12th I start Metaphor, so then it would just be 1 week of overlap. Or I could like double up on Aegis next week. You know, like I could finish Ghost Trick on Sunday or something. And then I could do Aegis on Thursday and Saturday to give me double chance to progress. I don't know. It's tough. Like, when I only stream 3 to 4 times a week, it's really hard because I want good variety so that it's not like I'm just doing the same thing all week. So doubling up on Aegis or doubling up Aegis and Metaphor is like, damn, that's 2 out of 3 streams or JRPG, like, long. Plus it's October, so like I want to play like a spooky thing, and I have so many games in my backlog, like, why can't I have more time for more streams? Anyway, that's just rant stuff. I think it's good to stop here and hopefully not yap for another hour and a half again. That's true, yeah. Because then I'm definitely not going to be catching up on the sleep and whatnot. Now I can't wait for next week. I'm at the edge of my seat. Me too. Me too. I am definitely going to finish Ghost Trick next week. Whether that is Wednesday, Thursday, or Sunday, I don't know yet. But we'll see. All those blank days to do collabs. Yeah, I mean, you never know. It's also, like, my schedule has changed a lot over the months. Like, previously I would do, like, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And then at some point, I switched it to Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I started to get pretty busy with, like, IRL stuff. So then it's just been, like, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, without the Tuesday and Wednesday. Like, I would really like to do 4 a week if I can, but it's more of like a when can I fit in the 4th versus a, oh yeah, I'll always do a 4th. Like, you can see there are weeks I do it. I did it 2 weeks ago, and then I'm doing it this week, but like, it's not every week like it used to be. Yeah, all those blank days. Oh, right, so that was what I just read. So I was saying, like Mondays, I usually don't do anything because Monday is my, like, plan out the weekday. So Monday is pretty much always crossed off. Tuesday and Wednesday are, like, potentials, depending on my IRL plans and, like, what's going on. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday are pretty much always, like, you can probably expect I'm going to stream those days. And then Friday is also very rare, because Friday is usually my day of, like, relaxing and just, like, watching some anime or playing some games on Discord with my friends from, like, college and high school, or, like, my buddy from high school who still lives in the same area as me. He and I will go, like, get dinner and then hang out or something, like. So Friday is pretty much almost always an X2, because that's often, like, an offline day. But I mean, on days that I normally stream, theoretically those could be other things. They don't always have to be me. But yeah, you never know. That's why it sucks to be a JRPG fan. Yeah, the games are so long. Like, if I go to my how long to beat page or whatever, I feel like the average games I have are insanely long. Does it even say the average if I go on that page? How long? Not how long to beat. How long to beat? So if I go to games and then backlog. Average time to beat. So, so for the 581 games I have in my backlog right now, holy shit. The average time to beat them is 22 hours. Actually, I can probably just open this. I just throw that in here. Open up window capture, new window capture, this guy. Alright, so like there's my how long to beat page. Let's put it behind me. So you can still see you guys. Like, I have so many games in here. I mean, I just throw basically everything that I get on any platform in here. Regardless of how much I think I'm actually going to play it, these are all the stuff that I'm like, okay, like, there's a decent enough chance that I'll play it that it's just going to go in the backlog. Can I sort by overall time? Like, I feel like all the highest times are just going to be a bunch of JRPGs. Sort options by... Oh, you guys can't even see the drop down? That's weird. So if I sort by time to beat... Alright, so what do we have? Puzzle... I mean, that's an MMO. That doesn't really count. Binding of Isaac. That doesn't count. The average time to beat Assassin's Creed Valhalla is 105 hours. Are you kidding me? I know that game is supposedly big, but holy crap. Is this to 100% the game, or it's just to finish it? There is no way Odyssey takes 94 hours. Yeah, okay. This is what I care about. Oh, that's all styles combined. See, what I care about is, like, when I'm planning streams and I'm looking at a page, I look at somewhere in between main story and main insides. Because I will play the main story on stream, and I'm the type of person to do a decent amount of side quests. Plus, I'm talking, so it takes me a little bit longer to go through the game than if I was just doing it myself. So usually, I'll just, like, put it halfway between. So I would say if I was streaming this, I would estimate 60 hours. Or 65 hours. To factor in 20 extra hours for side quests and talking and all that stuff. So that is not the thing that it's sorting by. So let's sort it by... Let's go by main insides. We'll sort it by that. Yeah, see, now there's some games here that don't have... But that's the user, not... That's only going to sort it by me. I guess I have to go my whole time to beat. Alright, so like, let's see how many of the top ones are JRPG. Like, I know Witcher is long, that's not JRPG though. Persona 4 Golden is the first JRPG at 82 hours. I'm sure it would take me longer, because I would try 100%ing it. Octopath Traveler 2, right under that, 80.5 hours. What's the actual time? 60 hours for the main story? Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Red Dead is 77 hours. Persona Q is 77.5 hours? Oh my god. Visual novel Clannad, 75 hours. Fire Emblem Three Houses, 75 hours. Final Fantasy X, 65 hours. Tales of Berseria, 60 hours. Final Fantasy 13, 60 hours. Tales of Arise, 57 hours. Oh my god. Ni no Kuni, 56 hours. Ys 8, 52 hours. Trails in the Sky, 50.5 hours. So long. Digimon Survive though? Yeah, I think I've never played it. I think one of my friends from college played at least some of it and liked it. I don't know if he finished it. I know Zero played it on the Legit Weebs channel for a while, but I think he dropped it because he wasn't super into it. Neptunia is good. Two Neptunia messages in a row. Yeah, I got, I assume you guys are talking about this one. Did it even highlight on, it does highlight. Really? I have the Mega Man? I didn't even remember I had that. Oh, there's Digimon. Yeah, I think Zero dropped it. You should go to bed. I will soon. I definitely will soon. I'm already yawning, so I'm not gonna yap for too long. Hollow Knight. I have half a mind to remove this from my backlog. I keep hearing a lot of good things about this Symphony of War game. Nephilim Saga. I got it from like some cheap bundle a while ago. Oh yeah, I have all the Fire Emblem Fates games. How is Phasmo a 36.5-hour game? I guess if you want to like beat all the challenges or something. Oh, I have heartburn coming on. Oh god. Good thing I have my trusty Tums right now. Mega Man Zero Z X games are goated in my opinion. I assume they play more like the Mega Man X games. I liked Mega Man X4 and the PS1 a lot when I was a kid. See, I don't know why I treat my list like this. Like, why would I put Neptunia 2 in my backlog before I even played Neptunia 1? Because obviously I would play 1 first, and if I don't like 1, I'm not going to play 2. So, like, I should just take that off. It's the same thing with Far Cry. Like, I have every Far Cry game, so I put every single Far Cry game in my backlog. I should probably just put 1, and then if I like that, then I'll add the next ones. Zero games are a good spiritual successor to the X series alongside Gunvolt. Okay, gotcha. And you just play as Zero in them instead of Mega Man, I assume? I could use some Tums. My stomach started acting up in the last hour. No, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you have some Tums. I have Tums in my room, and I also have some where I stream, so that I always have easy access no matter where I am. You do play as Zero, but with a lot more weapons. Okay. Scarlet Nexus, I heard, was decent. It's Omnium Files. Gravity Rush. Forgot I had Deus Ex on PC, actually. Grand Blue Relink. I've never played a Grand Blue game, but I know Cashew played it and liked it. Witch on the Holy Night. That's not a 27-hour game. Really? That whole visual novel's that short? Okay. That's interesting. I'm upset at how many games you have that I also haven't touched yet. The backlog is a real problem. I feel like anybody who considers themselves even like a decent gamer, like a gamer to a decent amount, I should say, probably has a backlog issue. Especially if you're a working adult. Because then it's like, you have so limited free time after work and chores and obligations and stuff that it's like, alright, how do I spend that limited time? Do I watch TV? Do I play games? If I'm playing games, do I just play something I already know, so I don't have to start something new? Like, that's my biggest thing. I also get choice paralysis. I was talking about this the other day, not on stream, just offline, but like, my biggest issue is that streaming has been really good for me because it actually forces me to get through my backlog. Like, I've beaten a few dozen games since I started streaming that have just been sitting in my backlog. On days that I'm not streaming and I want to play something, there are days that like I look at this backlog and I'm like, what should I start? And I'll look for like 45 minutes and I cannot make a choice on what to start. So I just don't start anything. I just end up sitting around on YouTube, or I open up like Minecraft or Fortnite or a gacha game on my phone and I just play that for an hour and then that's it. One of these days, we'll both make a good dent. Relink looked good from what I've seen. Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good too. I like the graphics and the art style a lot. And it's not that long either, which is nice. It seems like the main stuff for Relink is the post-game stuff, and I wouldn't really do that. I just care about it for the main story. devoting a lot of time to improving my art. Really happy with where I'm at now, but the backlog is constantly weighing on me. Well, I'm happy about the art. I know that you had mentioned before about having holdups about it before, so having some improvement and being happy at it or about it is definitely a nice sign. But I do feel you with the backlog weighing, because the same thing happens with like my anime list. Like I have almost 200 things in my anime backlog. I have almost 600 games in my game backlog. Like, oh, I got the quintessential quintuplets visual novels. Man. Assassin's Creed's another one where like I added basically every Assassin's Creed game I have to my backlog. Oh, I forgot I had a Plague Tale. I've been meaning to play that. I don't even have an Xbox anymore, so this can come off my backlog. I don't even own it. Yeah, I need to update this and remove some stuff. I think just drawing what I want, not taking comps as help. Pressure from before as well burned me out. Oh, I can totally imagine. That's like one of the tough things for artists. I don't really I'm not jealous of, I guess I should say, would be if you want to make money off art, then you kind of have to draw what people want to pay you to draw because that's where the money's at, is commissions, or like being commissioned by companies to draw for games or VTubers or events or whatever. Like, I mean, that's where the money is, basically. So if you're being commissioned to draw things that you don't really like, then I can see that really draining you. But at the same time, if you're only drawing what you like and you're not taking commissions, then you're not making money off of it. So like finding the balance between commissions and personal art would be really hard, I think. But if you mostly want to draw for you, then I was on Fiverr and made decent money, but overbearing clientele was rough. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Like, I mean, I used to work retail, so I kind of get it in a certain way. The people who just want to complain about everything, they're super nitpicky, they are super on top of, like, I mean, this wasn't really a retail thing, but for an artist, like, having a deadline or, like, messaging constantly asking for updates where it's like, oh my god, like, I can't do it in 2 hours. I'm not going to have you done in a day. Like, yada yada. 999 is super good too. Yeah, the funny thing with that is I played the other games, I just haven't played 999. I played Virtue's Last Reward, I loved it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I played Zero Time Dilemma, I liked it. Not as much as Virtue's Last Reward. So like, I kind of know some things that happen in 999 just because I've played the other two games that come after it. But I never actually played 999. The reason for that is it was on the DS, and it was an M game. And I didn't get M games on my DS when I was a kid. But I played Virtue's Last Reward on the Vita when I was like a mid to late teenager. So at that point, the Vita was mine, and I could just kind of buy whatever games I wanted. So that's why I started with that, because 999 was not available on the Vita. And I just heard good things, so I was like, okay. I'm gonna go with Virtue's Last Reward and play that. Did a good amount of games. A good amount of games for Xbox. Trials of Mana. Trials of Mana. Kind of surprised that's coming to Xbox, but I guess they have been trying to get more of a foot in like the Asian market. Because Sony and Nintendo dominated for a long time there. But like, people aren't gonna buy Xboxes over there. Like, they're fighting a losing battle, I think. Like, Nintendo and Sony are so ingrained for so long that like Xbox does way better in the West compared to the East. Granted, them having more of those games on the system makes it better, but like, I don't know. Good on them for trying, I guess. I was able to finish some art for Navy and Cashew today, and I really like the style. Discovered nice. I'm sure they appreciate that too. You threw it in their Discord or something? I'm not in the Batcat Discord, but I assume you posted it there, and I imagine they were stoked about it. Yeah, finding a style that you personally like, I think would be very rewarding, I must imagine. Or I must think. I mix together I imagine and I must think to I must imagine. Anyway. Get these things off. I have to clean up my OBS scene of all these random things I added. Speaking of Batcat, I know Cashew wasn't streaming this week, unless he did Gorilla something, and I know there's not a Batcat stream this week. But I want to say that Nibby rescheduled her Elden Ring stream to like Friday. It's normally Wednesday, but now it's on Friday. So at least there's still something from them this week. Or for one of them. Stream-wise, I mean, I know they're still posting videos. But I know this week is quiet for them. Nibby had the issue. Yeah, because of the water leak. Posting it on Twitter too? Very nice. I'll have to check it out. I'm sure I'll see it. Because I would imagine they'll reply to it or retweet it or something. And if not, I'm pretty sure I know what your handle was because you followed me, so I might just go look for myself. Also getting hit by the hurricane? I hope not. That would sting. I know I was complaining early in the stream about how it's been affecting my fantasy baseball matchup. How was the game? It was good. Yeah, we got a lot of good lore and a lot of good reveals. But unfortunately, I am stopping it on a big cliffhanger. So I'm not going to see how that gets resolved until next week when I finish the game. Which will be exciting. Ross' new drawing are awesome. Ah, you also saw in like the Batcat Discord? Oh, that's funny. I opened Twitter and I just saw your tweet, like, after 10 seconds of scrolling across, just on my main feed. Oh, it's because Casher retweeted it right away. I see. That makes sense. Very nice. I wish I had artistic talent. Me too. During the pandemic, because I was bored and I was sitting around all the time, art is one of the things that I was like, oh, I would like to learn how to draw. I've always wanted to learn how to draw. Why not spend the time that I'm at home with the pandemic learning how to draw? So like I bought a sketch pad, I bought some nice pencils and colored pencils, I bought like a tablet that I could draw on, like connect it to the computer and then use that to like draw. I got like I bought like Clip Studio Paint or something. I bought like a tutorial from an artist I like of like basic drawing essentials tutorials, like here's anatomy, how to draw anatomy and stuff like that. I was watching videos on YouTube. I got like an Apple Pencil for my iPad so I could try drawing on that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm all in. I probably did it for like 2 weeks. And then I got caught up in other stuff. Eventually I found Pokemon cards and I started focusing on that. But there was a period where I was like, oh, I'm gonna... It's just tough. It's like, it's one of those things that you really have to keep at. Of course, I'm sure Frost knows that better than anybody, considering he actually draws. But, yeah. I mean, any, I guess, talent is something that takes a lot of time. I would still like to learn, but it's even harder now to find time than before because now I stream, which takes up a lot of time too. But yes, both the Cashew and Nibby ones I think look very nice. I like that style a lot. I don't know what it's called, but whatever it is, it looks nice. I bought this music sampler and it got delivered today. So hard to figure out. I think I have no talent when it comes to art and music. Music is also tough. That's also something that I wanted to learn how to do. It's like, oh, I want to learn how to play guitar. I want to learn how to play piano. I want to learn how to sing. I want to learn how to scream, like in the metal stuff. I want to make electronic music, like DJs and stuff like that. Like, I've messed around with all that kind of stuff. And I wasn't particularly good at any of it. So none of it stuck. Yay! I wish I had musical talent. I wish I had artistic talent. Been relearning drawing. I do think I have an inferiority complex about it. I'm from a very artistic family, and I'm one of the worst in the family. I guess it depends, like, where you're spending your time, though. Like, you're probably one of the best cooks in your family, right? Like, I guess that's kind of how you frame it, or where you choose to spend your time. But I don't know. I could be talking out of my ass. I don't know all of the dynamics or situation or how the time is spent and stuff like that. Either way, I'm glad you're getting back into it and having fun with it. That's what counts. As long as you're enjoying yourself. My mom is still a better cook than me, but I'm better than all my siblings. There you go. You just have the final boss left. Saw a random YouTube short about the two-color art, and I thought it would be fun. I guess there's a reason that black and white was so popular for so long. It still is popular. Oh, that's interesting. No, I didn't mean to click on an ad. I don't want it to play ad volume. YouTube is what got me to buy this rolling music sampler. They make it look so easy. They do. Like, I don't know if you know what a launch pad is, but that was something I was like, oh, they make this look easy. Like, you just press the buttons and it makes music. Oh, that's cool. And then I realized you have to, like, program it. Like, you have to upload the sounds to the device and then know, like, you're memorizing these unlabeled buttons of, like, what goes where. Like, oh my god. It's really hard. Sean Wasabi is really good with the Launchpad stuff, if you want to see what I mean. Sean spelled like S-H-A-W-N. Not giving up. We'll read the manual tomorrow night. I hope you have fun with it, Armando. My power went out? No! I hope it comes back soon. Listening from my phone, better head out. Sounds good, man. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you had a good time watching the game or chatting or whatever. And all of that, I should say. I guess I should probably also head out so that I can make my bed and get ready for bed. But I will throw my schedule on the screen as a reminder of this weekend. Oh yeah, speaking of art, before I forget, I just got a commission back from somebody that I had commissioned. So I'll probably post that on like Twitter and Discord within the next day or two. Whenever I have the official release from them. Or they sent me the final, like, yesterday morning. But I didn't see it until this morning. I thought it was nice. exactly and how you upload it and how you adjust the sound. Yeah, there's so much behind it. Take care. Thank you, Armando. I hope you do as well. So yeah, as usual, no stream for me tomorrow. I'm just gonna be hanging out IRL, doing some offline stuff, but I am streaming both days this weekend. 2 o'clock on Saturday, as usual, is Persona, continuing on with episode Aegis. I still haven't done any grinding offline. We'll see if I have any time tomorrow to do some. If not, we're just gonna keep winging it without grinding. We'll see. And then Sunday is Astrobot. I will be finishing Astrobot on Sunday, which is very sad because I've been having a lot of fun with it, but all good things must come to an end. So as sad as I'll be to see it end, I'll be glad to have played it, and it will mean I have a slot to play something new starting in a week or two. So that'll be good at least. Astrobot is also starting an hour earlier. I normally start at 2 on Sundays. I'm starting at 1 instead. So just as a heads up, because I don't know if 3 hours will be quite enough to finish all the levels that are left and the challenge level and like any side stuff. So I wanted to give myself 1 extra hour because I can't really go later than 5, but I could go slightly earlier than 2. So yeah. Is that everything? Is that everything that I wanted to say before it's over? I guess I could just mention if anybody I know is streaming anything tomorrow, if anybody's looking for something to watch. Let's see if there's any scheduled streams for amigos. Alright, so it looks like tomorrow wow, there's a lot of people streaming tomorrow other than me. Well, if you guys are looking for something to watch tomorrow, it looks like Nivi has her Elden Ring thing. I believe Zero has Warhammer. It looks like Serbia is playing Hades, and it looks like Oblivion is doing a model kit building. So, a lot of options. Wow. Yeah. I will see you guys on Saturday and Sunday, though. Thanks for stream, CNP3, and Astrobot. Sounds good, Jack. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a good time. And we're both going to have to wait until next week for this cliffhanger, which is going to kill me, but I'm looking forward to it. So I'm gonna... Actually, I'll just keep that on the screen until I end. So yeah, that'll do it for this one. I'm going to go get ready for bed and whatnot, but thank you for hanging out. I hope you had fun while I played some Ghost Trick. Lots of good reveals, lots of good stuffs that happened. Oh, hello, Cashew. Good hustle. See you Saturday. Sounds good, man. Cashew was lurking. Ah. They lurk. I'm often a lurker myself. A lot of times I'll be like lurking in the Cashew Nivi or Batcat streams. Sometimes I'll say something when I come in, but usually I don't say anything and I just kind of lurk until something happens to, like, some comment is made that I like can't help myself but respond to. Like, then I'll be like, oh, okay, now I'll make myself known. But yeah, usually I lurk for a while before I say anything. I know you're going. Sorry for last minute question. No, you're good. You're good. You're gonna get that Monster Hunter guitar. I don't even know. I don't know if Cashew plays guitar. Who was your inspiration to get into VTubing? That is a good question, Armando. I don't know if I would say I had one specific inspiration per se. I think if I had to like trace it back, the very first thing with VTubing that I discovered. Also, welcome back, Jen. I always wanted to, but it's one of those back burner things. I feel you, man. I feel you. I tried learning when I was like 13, and then I haven't really since then. It is the end of the stream, though, Jin, yes. I was just putting my schedule up so people could see what I was doing this weekend, and otherwise was saying the goodbyes and whatnot. Now the Monster Hunter motorcycle. Do you drive a motorcycle, Cashew? Anyway, it's for the VTubing inspiration thing. I didn't discover VTubers until a few months after HoloLive English first generation came out. So I discovered VTubing probably in like December or January of 2020, 2021. And I thought it was neat. And then like throughout the pandemic, like when HoloLive Promise came out, Gen 2, that was when I really started, or not Promise, it was Council at the time. That was when I started to really pay attention to VTubers. Like, so I guess that was like summer, fall of 2021. I don't know, I thought it was a lot of fun because I didn't really watch streamers, but I watched videos. So seeing streamers use anime characters as avatars, I was like, wow, I like video games, I like anime, I like creating content, because I made videos at the time, I didn't stream, but I did make videos for a few years before I streamed. So I was like, this is a cool way to kind of combine them all. Like, I could stream and play video games and make content, and I could use an anime character that I create myself. Like, huh, that's cool. So I think it wasn't like a specific person, it was watching them a lot during the pandemic. I just had a lot of fun, and I kind of started to want to do it myself. And then it eventually went from there. It took me a while, but at some point I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. And then I just like contacted an artist and had my model created, and it was like, all right, I'm going all in. I bought all the streaming equipment, I built a PC, I got the model. Like, there are certain VTubers that I consider favorites that like I look up to in terms of how creative they are, or their personality, or how entertaining they are, but like I wouldn't say there's a specific VTuber in general that like, oh yeah, this is the one that made me want to start VTubing. It was just like VTubers holistically I enjoyed, and then I wanted to be a part of it. If I were to say a specific company, then HoloLive for sure. Was like my biggest inspiration for sure would have been HoloLive. Like seeing how they've grown over the years and how close they all are with each other and how good of entertainers they are and how talented they are. It's like, how can you not look up to them as another creator and VTuber? There's great VTubers who are indie and in other companies too and stuff, though, don't get me wrong. Like, I could rattle off a lot of names, but HoloLive is for sure the big one. Ashu is a Harley. I drive a 2001 Yamaha 650 V-Star Custom. I'm gonna look that up right now. 2001 Yamaha 650 V-Star. Like Pokemon. Ah. Very nice. I just drive a sedan. I don't drive anything cool like that. Ashley must look like a G driving down the street. I guess the good thing about a normal car is I can keep the windows rolled up and listen to like all my headbanging heavy music without being a nuisance to the public. That's awesome. Hope you're enjoying it. Always amazed at how nice you guys are. You Fashion Media are always so nice and positive. We definitely try. I mean, I definitely don't like super toxic and drama-based type creators and stuff. Like, I get it. They get clicks. Like, you know, get that bread, do what you gotta do type thing. It's not for me. I definitely prefer to keep things chill and positive. Which is why I feel bad if I start tilting in a game, because I'm like, damn, like, I want to be in a good mood and I want people to have fun watching, and if I start getting tilted, like, I don't want people to feel awkward or uncomfortable, because, like, sometimes I think people getting tilted is entertaining, but there are definitely people who take it too far, and then it switches from entertaining to, like, rein it in, buddy. Like, I don't ever want to be somebody who goes to that point. Like, I don't know. But yeah, try to be positive. I'm definitely enjoying it though. I've had a lot of fun since I started VTubing, between the streams I've done and the community that has grown and the friends I've made and all that. Like, it's all good stuff. In Canada, I can only ride around like 8 months. That's true. When it's too cold, you can't really ride a motorcycle. And then at that point, if you don't have a car, you're either not going anywhere or you're using public transit. How does he transport his harem on a bike? Oh, they have to sit in his lap. Or sit behind him and you do like the classic like hug from behind pose. I like when angry Leo comes out. Alright, I'll take it. I definitely think I've had tilted moments that are funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh man, I closed my page without realizing it. That was the beginning for you. Yes, it was, Jim. Yes, it was. Alright. Before I start yapping and go on another tangent again, I will call it there. So thank you again for coming to the stream. I hope you had fun. I will definitely finish this up next week so we can all see how the story of Ghost Trick ends together. I'm pretty sure Cashew said he wants to play this too, so at some point, if Cashew streams it, keep an eye out. I don't know when that might happen, when, if ever, it will happen, but I know he wants to play it. So, anyway, hopefully we'll finish it next week, and then we'll figure out what to play after that. But if I see you on stream this weekend for Persona or Astrobot, awesome. I will see you then. If not, I will see you when I see you. Maybe 2025. Oh yeah, you're probably pretty booked up with the series that you're currently playing for at least the next couple months. Just between Castlevania and Metal Gear Solid, those will take a bit. And then 2025 comes out and Monster Hunter comes out, and then good luck anything else. Gonna have like a freaking legit Weebs and Co. collab 12-hour marathon Monster Hunter release day stream. Some crazy shit like that. Monhun's gonna go crazy, I am sure. I think that Weeb server is gonna be popping off. Especially if it has crossplay. Well, actually, everybody could get it for PC, I guess. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I hope you had fun. And hopefully I see you on one of the streams this weekend. Until then, I'm Leo Lovelace, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.